Norm MacDonald has died. He was 61.
Norm MacDonald was 61.
It is a generational thing. I'm 61 years old, young. I say 61 years.
Right.
I say 61 years experience. I have more than that.
My legs, my arms
jowls.
are thin. My arms are thin. I used to have jowls. I don't have jowls.
I have more chins than
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I say I'll be 50 in October.
Oh my God, 50. Yeah. That was a turning point age. I didn't like 50.
Why? What happened then?
I just didn't like turning 50.
I thought we were going to be doing a bit where you're like a
Jerry Lewis?
Jiminy Glick character.
Yeah, no, I'm fat.
What happened?
Fried chicken and gravy. Let me tell you something.
Because, your metabolism slows down at our age.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm 49 years old.
I'm 47.
Damn near 50.
For me too. I always say I'm pushing 50.
Yeah, that's a scary age. Because you're a young man.
I'm 62.
What? Really?
62.
Look how lucky you get. Look good.
Yeah.
Looks a lot better than me, and I'm 68. I'm 68 years young, I like to say. And I'm a more mature man than you are, I believe. I don't know.
Might be have a few years on me. I don't know.
No. I'm younger than you.
Oh, okay.
But I'm mature through a series of failures.
Oh.
Call me to say goodnight. Kiss me once or twice. I'll never let go of you. Fold me into your arms. Stay with.
It's Super Bowl Sunday, and I've flown across the country to watch the game with Norm MacDonald.
I heard everyone hates that Ben Affleck as Batman.
Yeah, but they haven't seen the movie yet.
What's the movie?
Batman.
Norm is one of the funniest people on earth, and maybe the most original.
To a podiatrist's office.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office. Right?
You are correct.
From his first TV appearance on Letterman,
You don't look at day past zero. I'm not kidding you there.
his Saturday Night Live, his movies, and even most recently playing Colonel Sanders on Kentucky Fried Chicken commercials.
It's finger licking good.
He twists comedy in ways that don't seem possible.
But one big news story: Twister is the big what do you call it? Movie. Yeah. Twister's the big movie, and I got some news. Apparently now they're thinking about Oscars for the movie.
Yeah.
They're thinking of Best Actor for The Wind. Before the show, you said that stunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right.
I did.
It's crazy. Come and sit. The football game is about to begin.
I show up during the pregame. Some celebrities crave attention or surround themselves with handlers. Not Norm. He's just a guy in an easy chair chomping down tomato sandwiches as fast as his mom can pump them out.
Do you want to sit down with us or no?
And in foreign news today, there's this. My favorite update joke was, "Yippee! Jerry Rubin died today." I'm sorry, that should read, "Yippee, Jerry Rubin."
That's a good one. I like that. I remember that one.
Rumor was he was going to be replaced as a KFC pitchman on this day. It's true.
Fake Colonel pretending to be me.
Norm jokes about how on the set that day, no one would tell him the truth.
But also, beyond that, wouldn't they think you'd go back if they were not telling you the truth, right?
Yeah, I don't know what they thought. It was all strange, but...
Not that he cared much.
All right, here we go.
Norm has developed a habit for tweeting throughout sports events. He's also a veteran handicapper.
The proper bet is Denver.
Denver, okay. You wrote Deaver.
So it's worth noting, Norm has had some problems with gambling in the past, but he knows how to pick a game. The problem comes when he starts picking every game.
Well, I remember when I was hosting Saturday Night Live, I had every hockey under. There's like 14 games. When they say, "Oh, just gamble what you can afford," well, then there's no gamble to it. You know what I mean? What's the gamble?
Yeah.
We talk football, then we move to Russian literature, a genuine passion of his.
Well, Gogol was an ultra-realist.
Fact is, Norm can have a conversation about almost anything.
Put a knife in and twist it around your brain. So were the Yoko songs those experimental weird things? Now we're at a point where there's 1,011,30 guys. God damn, there's the interception.
We talk about his career, but it's not to boast. Norm rarely boasts.
It was so hard because I had to act in it, you know what I mean? And I can't act, so that was...
Norm is not just good, he's the best.
I didn't steal them, I paid $1.50 for this.
He's unlike virtually anyone I've ever heard tell a joke. He tells winding stories that seem to die, then he keeps going and they spring to life, like a 13-minute John Coltrane solo.
And then this hellish facade once.
How long a drive was this?
We head over to his other condo to watch the game with his son.
Ah, what are you doing?
Just like before, Norm sits down, opens his laptop, and we watch football.
Oh, no, that's going to look bad for Cam. You got that hit out because it takes too long.
It's no longer like I'm with a comedic genius or even an interview subject. I'm just hanging with a guy named Norm.
By the ref.
I understand why David Letterman had him on as the last stand-up of his late-night show.
He's not sentimental, and I say in truth, I love you.
Oh, my God. He's just a genuine guy.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, and the Broncos won. They scored 24. Not bad, Norm.
That was very sweet, Norm. Good night, everybody.
Wanna get da 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 and get this fixed. Come just da 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 da. Just touch my lips.
I thought my life's pretty interesting too, you know. So this is me. This is my show.
The show is called Norm.
Norm +1. It's a crazy life.
But it's ours.
Hey, don't you gotta go to school or something?
Yeah.
Do you have homework? Did you do your homework?
Yeah.
They give you homework there?
Yep.
And I'll tell you something.
You are something.
You have a friend in that man right there, Andy Richter.
Yes, I do. He's a good friend of me. Thank you. He's a good friend.
Yeah, and when I came to Hollywood, Andy was a good friend to me.
Oh, he was nice to you when you first came here?
He was absolutely. We had nothing, you know. We were just starting out. I was working at Artie's Deli coffee shop. Busting tables, you know, and stuff like that. And he was always there to help me and stuff. He was the first guy I actually met. He had some pilot on the TV and stuff, and he was really so sweet to me, you know. And he said, I want to invite you over to a Hollywood party. No, I was just a farm boy from Canada, you know.
Sure, yeah.
And Canada, yeah. And a big nation up to the north.
Sure, yes. Powerful nation. Lovely people.
So I said, wow, here's my, Andy Richter's going to show me, I'm going to go to a Hollywood party. How exciting, you know? So he said, it's going to be a pretty wild party. You know, I'm not used to wild parties. I said, what is a wild party there? You know, I don't get out much. He says, he's like a little drinking, a little fighting, a little fornicating, you know? Yeah. I said, wow, man, that sounds pretty good. I said, what time should I show up? He goes, anytime, it's just the two of us.
Came over, didn't you? A little fighting, a little fornicating. What's he, an old pirate all of a sudden? Ah.
You notice how I didn't say it's 11.
Hey!
No, because it's 11:30.
It's that Tonight Show now, buddy boy.
That's what I'm trying to point out. It's 11:30.
Thanks for pointing that out. That was great of you.
You want to hear my dad's favorite joke?
Yeah.
He says he was from the farm, you know, and he says a guy comes from the city. City slicker comes and he buys a farm, and the farmer next door comes over to him and says, "Hey, now, would you like to come over to my house tonight? We're going to have a big shindig for you because we're neighborly here." And the city guy said, "Well, this is something that's I really like, you know, that this is why I moved to the farm, to have things like this, you know." Guy says it'll be a hell of a big party, you know. He goes, it'll be, a little drinking, a little fighting, a little fucking, you know. And the city guy goes, "Well, that sounds good. What time should I be here?" And the farmer goes, "Anytime you like, just the two of us." So they would drink, then get in a fight, and then fuck.
It's your dad's favorite
That was
joke.
my dad's favorite joke.
He said, welcome to the neighborhood. I know it's not exactly a neighborhood. I live 40 miles from here. But if you're interested, tomorrow night I'm throwing a welcome to the neighborhood bash. There's going to be a lot of barbecue, some drinking, some dancing, and some wild sex. Would you like to come? And Morty said, sure, but what should I wear? The cowboy said, it doesn't make any difference. It's just going to be the two of us.
Do this one, though.
That's pretty cute. Accomplished comedian.
What is accomplished?
Did you write this one?
This is not against it.
Accomplished.
This is not against anybody.
Accomplished comedian Sinbad has announced he's filing for bankruptcy for the second time.
The second time.
Oh God, it's so retarded. Sounds like things have gone from Sinbad to sin worse. Okay.
But Canada, you know.
Canada,
but
you're
anyways, the guys from America were unbelievable. And it was you, and it was Leno, and Leno, like, was at the peak.
Jay
Leno. My dad would call him Jay Leno.
Leno.
Is that the one where Sinbad was on?
Oh, yeah. He always wants to tell me me to tell stories about Sinbad. But I love Sinbad. When I did my first comedy festival thing, that Montreal thing.
What year was that?
Fuck, I don't know.
Like 87?
Yeah, I don't know dates.
Yeah.
But it was around there. And
how long had you been doing comedy at that point?
6 months.
Really?
Yeah, but it was Canada, so we got a home
so that was like
court thing.
In American years, that's 4 years?
No, I'm saying because the Montreal Comedy Festival was in Canada, we had a quota to fill. You know, I would never have gotten on it if I was in the States. But so I got my 5 minutes, just wrote. That's the way I used to do comedy. I'd memorize every fucking word. And so I had it all figured out and shit, right? And so then I go there, I meet Sinbad, right? So I didn't know who Sinbad was. And he goes, he's completely relaxed. I'm all thinking about my
some sort of one-piece outfit.
He did. His hair matched his shirt.
Yeah.
And they were both orange.
Yeah.
So then he said, he was just so relaxed, and he said, hey, let's go. I got to get some socks. So we go to this fucking store, right? When we first go into the store, there's no one there. It's a small store. So there's no one there. The lady's in the back.
Yeah.
So the lady takes a minute to come out.
Yeah.
And he's like, where's that lady? You know, there's nobody here, you know? And I'm like, yeah. And so he comes out, he gets his fucking socks. Nothing happens, right? So then that night at the gala, I do my carefully constructed material.
Yeah.
Sinbad comes out. He goes, what the fuck is going on? And he doesn't swear. He goes, what's going on with these stores with socks? I'm like, holy shit. And then he's like, you go in the store and there's no one there. And then people are agreeing with him. I'm like, what? It didn't make none of it made any sense except that he destroyed and I didn't. That's when I realized that I was missing a whole bunch of stuff, because I guess at first you think you're good and stuff like that.
No, you are good, and I think that the fact is, really, if you were to look at it in another way, that if people are able to do an impersonation of you, that means you have a defined style. Whereas, like, I guarantee you there's not a lot of people that can do Sinbad, though you did just do a pretty good one.
I was trying to do it as unracist as possible.
Let me ask you this, of all the people that you've ever interviewed over the years, how many people would you say you've interviewed?
40,000.
40,000.
That's what they figure 40 years, about 1,000 people a year.
40,000 guests. Now, who was the physically ugliest guest you ever encountered? The ugliest.
Ugliest.
The Elephant Man. You ever interviewed the Elephant Man?
No, we tried.
He was ugly.
But we didn't do. We almost had Siamese twins once.
Really?
Didn't do them.
You're saying Siamese twins are ugly?
They were connected at the head.
And that
would have been difficult.
Not attractive to you?
No.
Would you marry a Siamese twin?
Now stop that. I didn't come here to be insulted.
No, but...
All right.
So you never interviewed the
I'm
elephant
trying to think if you asked... No, I did not interview the Elephant Man. I'm trying to think of the ugliest man I have ever interviewed. The ugliest man. Who's the guy who produces Saturday Night Live?
Lorne Michaels.
That's the man.
Yes, I've met him. He is
hard to look at.
Not easy on the eye.
No, not. It's hard to interview people like that.
Not easy on the eye. So you're saying, Larry King, that you find conjoined twins ugly?
At the head, yes.
At the head, they're ugly.
At the hip, they're not ugly. But at the head, well, it's grotesque.
It's grotesque.
Don't you think it's grotesque?
No, I find all humans beautiful.
Larry, that's why we love you.
In a recent interview, Jane Pauley recalled how back in the 70s, she coined the phrase bad hair day. In another recent interview, Larry King recalled how back in the 70s, he coined the phrase bad face day.
We should go our separate ways, but now you're back.
A study on weight loss revealed this week that women who participate in a weekly diet program lost 50% more weight, snacked less, and bought more fruits and vegetables than women in general. Which just goes to prove my new theory: Richard Simmons is gay. After numerous requests, the National Institute of Health has finally granted funds to the University of New Mexico in order to test mice for the deadly hantavirus. Although I'm sure the government would have acted a lot sooner if instead of mice, the hantavirus was killing off rich white guys. An outbreak of the deadly canine parvovirus has led to the local Humane Society killing many of its dogs. Gee, I wonder if the Humane Society would kill off victims of canine parvo if instead of dogs, they were rich old white guys. Increased hunting will be necessary to control the state's black bear population. Gee, I wonder if hunting would be the answer if instead of overpopulation of black bears, there were an overpopulation of rich old white men. Yeah. According to the EPA, it will cost an estimated $295 million to clean up toxic waste at the former Lockheed Martin military aircraft plant in California. The cause of the toxic waste? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In Princess Anne, Maryland, state health officials have discovered what caused the mysterious death of 200,000 fish at a Somerset County fish farm. The culprit? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In economic news, unemployment figures rose slightly for the month of October, with declines in the Dow Jones and NASDAQ. The reason for the sudden downturn? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Entertainment Weekly's list of the 101 most powerful people in show business is out. At number 1, Fox CEO Robert Murdoch. And at number 2, you guessed it, Frank Stallone. And finally, the number 1 selling doll this Christmas is Tickle Me Elmo. And the least popular selling doll? You guessed it, Tickle Me Frank Stallone. And the British Sunday Times is reporting that Belgian doctors have accidentally cloned a human being. The human being? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Recent photos sent from the Galileo space probe orbiting Jupiter's moon Europa suggests that it meets the conditions necessary to support a primitive life form. Just what kind of life form? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. And finally, the votes are in. And Entertainment Weekly has chosen its funniest man alive. And who is the funniest man alive? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Congratulations, Frank Stallone. Across the Great Plains, harsh weather and hungry boll weevils are the cause of one of the worst cotton harvests in years. Or so the Germans would have us believe. Last Sunday's National Hockey League game between the Buffalo Sabres and the Tampa Bay Lightning was postponed due to record snowfall in Buffalo. Or so the Germans would have us believe. This year's lack of snow in Alaska could help generate a surplus of moose next year because deep snow makes it harder for moose to search for food, which leaves them more vulnerable to wolves. Or so the Germans would have us believe. In Fort Pierce, Florida, many Bell South customers will no longer pay long-distance phone rates for nearby calls, but will instead be charged with a flat rate of 25 cents. Or so the Germans would have us believe. In Little Rock, Arkansas, a consumer group is proceeding with a petition drive to get a proposal on the November ballot that would exempt food from state sales tax. Or so the Germans would have us believe. In St. Louis, archaeologists will use special radar on nearby landfills in an effort to find the 70-foot axle from a Ferris wheel, which was the centerpiece of the 1904 World's Fair. Or so the Germans would have us believe. Last year, German Shepherds were rated the nation's most effective police dogs by far, sniffing out more than $100 million worth of illegal drugs. Or so the German Shepherds would have us believe. Well, technical glitch of some sort there. Well, David Hasselhoff is a huge rock star in Germany, where his latest album sold 5 million copies this week, which once again proves my theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff. Well, David Hasselhoff is a huge star in Germany, where his series Baywatch celebrated its 100th straight week as the nation's top TV show, which once again proves my old theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff. Well, David Hasselhoff is a huge star in Germany, where his syndicated series Knight Rider places a consistent second behind Baywatch in the ratings, which once again proves my old theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff. Helmut Kohl was elected to his fourth term as Germany's chancellor this week. Experts say Mr. Kohl's success was guaranteed after he won the backing of singing sensation David Hasselhoff. Which once again proves my old theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff. The cast of Baywatch made a special appearance at Disney World in Florida, where they were mobbed by adoring fans, which proves my new theory: German tourists love David Hasselhoff. Fergie, the Duchess of York, turned down a guest appearance on the hit show Baywatch. Now, my research has uncovered that Fergie is actually British, not German, which, while not proving, certainly does nothing to disprove my time-tested theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff. Finally, reports out of Germany continue to indicate that David Hasselhoff is a major recording star in that country, where his concerts routinely sell out and his albums turn platinum, which once again proves my old theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff.
Germans love me.
Which once again proves my theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff. And that's the news. See you next time. Thank you, David. I'll be there.
Just go to huluplus.com/norm. What? trying to speed up through this. Right now, sign up for Hulu. Hulu Plus.
Norm MacDonald's podcast copy?
/Norm.
/Norm? You don't get any money from Norm.
This isn't supposed to be. It's supposed to be /Bill. /Bill. They said Norm. Well, you know what? I like Norm MacDonald. Let's give him the money for the week.
I didn't even know he had a podcast.
Oh yeah, dude, Norm MacDonald.
Hey, welcome to the show. This is a podcast, but it's on the TV also. And I'm here with my trusty sidekick, Adam Egas.
That's right. How are you, Norm?
Good. How are you, Adam?
Fine. Just
excellent.
Fine. Yeah.
Did you see him on Conan telling that moth joke?
No.
Yeah, you got to see it.
No, I haven't.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office, all right?
You are correct.
Dude, you know how many comics out there don't give a fuck, but kind of still do? You have to kind of still do to eat. That guy
Norm
truly
doesn't. He's so fucking funny.
One of my best opening monologue jokes ever. Did you ever see? Remember that whole thing when he was doing Weekend Update and they told him to make it funnier? So he didn't. He just was more Norm the next week. So eventually, of course, he gets fired. So then he goes off into the Hollywood world. He's got a TV show or a hit movie or some shit. So now they bring him back to guest host on SNL. And I'm going to butcher this, but he kind of came out. He's like, yeah, so, people know I got fired from this show. So now they got me back hosting, which means either I got a lot funnier or this show sucks. That's what he opened up with. And I know that wasn't approved. Sorry for the bad Norm. I'll have Jay Moore on to make up for it.
That was a great Norm.
I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So, yeah, I'm funny compared to, you'll see later. Okay, so let's recap. The bad news is I'm still not funny. The good news is the show blows.
Norm, listening to Norm on Stern or anything, any podcast, listening to... I don't know if you remember when Charles Grodin would do Letterman, and just knowing he's going on there, that it was always a fucking great show.
Oh, yeah,
That's
and people didn't get that he was fucking around.
Yeah. That's
amazing.
how Norm is anytime. If Norm's the guest, I'm fucking listening.
I was at a party with a friend and I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town, seductively.
For obvious reasons, we lost Norm MacDonald this week, which was just, I had no idea that he was even sick. And he's a guy that I knew a little bit. I was definitely friendly with him. If we saw each other, we said hello and we shot the shit, but it wasn't like someone that I talked to on the phone or anything. And I was such a huge fan of his, and I would just always end up running into him. And he just always had that smile on his face. Like, as you talk to him, he would have that smile. Just a really great, warm guy. And I remember I was trying to think what Norm's story to tell you. This one isn't necessarily funny. It was just sort of random. I went out to go see Bill Cosby in concert right before all the bullshit happened out in Pasadena. And he played this theater out there, which interestingly enough was where they had the 25th anniversary of Motown celebration, which is the first place Michael Jackson publicly did the moonwalk. I saw Bill Cosby at that theater, and I remember they had it all set up where, like, they almost built him like a little living room. He had like an Archie Bunker type chair, a little square rug, and then like a side table where he put his water, and he just came walking out, and there was the mic, there was no mic stand, it was just sitting on the chair, and he just came out. You know how he kind of walked a little bent over? Came walking out, waved to everybody, sat down, picked up the mic, and for like almost 2 hours, just, hour and a half, just killed. Just fucking killed. Had the crowd in the palm of his hand. Masterclass of stand-up, right? So I leave with my lovely wife, And I go out front, and who's standing there is Norm MacDonald. He was like, hey, Bill, hey, how you doing? And I talked. It was like, no, what's going on? I was so psyched that he knew my name and all of that stuff. And I think I had met him before. And then we just stood there talking about comedy and how amazing it was to see Bill Cosby and how good he still was. Like I said, this was before all the bullshit happened. And my admiration for the guy, it went even higher. That, you know, I understood why I was there, but I thought Norm was so good that he didn't need to be there. And he was still there, still trying to learn and everything. And I was thinking, like, wow, this is why this guy is so fucking amazing. And, you know, he's just was somebody that you couldn't just watch one video of him. Like, you know, I was saying to Verzi how, like, guys like Ric Flair, Norm MacDonald, there's a few people, if you click on their videos, it's like, say goodbye to the next 2 hours of your life, because everything that they did is so interesting and so different and so funny. And one of my favorite Norm MacDonald things that he ever did, you know, because so many people like pretend that they don't give a fuck, you know, both in my business and in other businesses. You got I don't give a fuck. Hey, you know me, I don't give a fuck. You know, those people that advertise them. Like, that guy clearly, in the best way, didn't give a fuck. He really cared about people and stuff, but like he did what he wanted to do. And when he was on SNL, how big a gig that was, because there was so few channels, the internet hadn't blown up yet. And even with basic cable and everything, I mean, it was still, if you were on Saturday Night Live and you were doing Weekend Update, it was one of the most coveted gigs a comedian could have. And you were part of this lineage of, you know, at that point it was, you know, Chevy Chase, Jane Curtin, right on through to Dennis Miller's reign when he did it. And, you know, did Colin Quinn come after? I think Colin came after, but it was always just like the best of the best comics that they had doing it, and continued on with Tina Fey and all of them. And no one's walking away from that job. And if some suit at NBC tells you they don't like the jokes you're doing and be funnier, you know, you're shaking in your, I'd be like, oh, fuck, you know, I'm going to lose this big gig. I don't want to get fired. I don't want to piss these people off or whatever. I guess he was doing all those OJ jokes, and somebody, I forget how the story went. There was somebody there that knew OJ or something and was telling Norm to back off and move on to something else. So what does Norm do? He just doubles down and he just does even more OJ jokes, which is like, you know, the balls that took to do that. And he ended up losing the gig. He got fired. And people loved him and he was fucking hilarious, but he, you know, he didn't back down to the big fucking guy over there, and he ended up losing the gig. So, you know, as luck would have it, I think it was Dirty Work, came out like a year and a half later or so. So he has to promote it, and he's on the press thing. So Lauren has him back and has him host the show. And I remember he went out there, and his opening joke, he just comes out. And he was just like, something like this. Yeah, it's good to be back. You know, I actually got fired from this show about a year and a half ago because they said I wasn't funny. And now here I am. I'm hosting the show. So that means one of two things. Either I got a lot funnier or this show sucks. And then he had that big shit-eating grin on his face, and he started laughing. And then he proceeded to do a bunch of OJ jokes.
Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So yeah, I'm funny compared to, you know, well, you'll see later.
And it was just like, Like that fucking thing about him. And the whole time, I just felt the whole time when people were fucking with him or whatever and trying to take what he had, he always just still had that smile on his face, and he just still did exactly what he wanted to do. And I got so much respect for him. And I feel so fortunate that I got to see him live. So I remember, oh my God, I saw him right after 9/11. The Aspen after 9/11. Aspen Comedy Festival was this big fucking festival that was always a nightmare to get in and out of. Every year it would snow and people would get stuck in Denver, or you get snowed in, you couldn't get out. It was a fucking nightmare. And then as a comedian, you had to perform. It was like a mile higher than fucking Denver, and no one could breathe, and you're performing in front of all these super fucking rich people in front of industry, and you just go up and you would eat your fucking balls, and you're like, why did I come out here? And I remember I saw Joe Rogan do a full set that I still remember, and then I saw Norm MacDonald. It was at the same theater, and I remember Norm came out, and he was doing bits on racial profiling and all of this stuff. I'm not going to butcher the guy's bits, but I remember just watching that full set, and I was like, this guy is one of the greatest comedians I've ever seen in my life. And I thought that every time I saw him. And I don't know. It was a pleasure to know the guy, even on a little level. Just a massive, massive, massive loss to not have him around. And especially now with all of this stupid fucking cancel culture horseshit that is going on, which has way, way, way overstepped its bounds, as it always happens. No matter who's behind it, it always ends up, starting off with something that makes sense, and then that becomes the overreach, and then it just becomes like, hey, is it me, or did you literally become what the fuck you were trying to stop? And we, I don't know, as a comedian, really needed a guy like Norm out there to be eviscerating it and making fun of it and still doing what the fuck you want to do. So if there's any other young comics out there, if you want to see how it's done, watch that guy, because he was the real deal. All right? So once again, rest in peace to the great Norm MacDonald. Just truly, without a doubt, one of the greatest stand-up comedians I ever saw in my life. And just such a great guy. And it's just so sad that he won't be around anymore. But I actually got off the plane in a better mood from just watching literally the beauty of who he was and his work. When I got off the plane, I was actually like, I don't know, there's something about him. I just thought he understood life. Just a really warm guy. God damn it. It's always those guys that go. So there's your lesson. Don't be nice. You'll live forever. All right.
Part of the death squad?
Okay. But I have had problems with them. Yeah. They tried to derail me years ago. Well, because I was in cahoots with Mencia, they thought. Okay.
Oh, right.
So when the whole Carlos Mencia, Joe Rogan thing happened, they had me on tape, right? Like, I didn't know that Joe Rogan was, I love Joe, he's a friend of mine. Joe, if you're listening, we're good, right? But the thing is that I didn't know that he was taping me. So I said, yeah, Mencia steals.
Doing Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee's his friend.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
That's Ned Holness.
Oh, I know Ned Holness. Yeah, he's really good. Hey, that's all that stuff.
How's he doing?
Hey, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ned.
Do a couple minutes of his material.
Well, I'll just do some of my material, and then it'll be the same. You know, so I'll just talk about myself.
What has he ever stolen from you?
I used to do this bit about how I was so small that my dad would have to get on my shoulders to get on a ride at Disneyland.
Right.
Then he did a bit, literally
But this is, I can't do it. But is this, where's this going? Who cares? What the fuck? It's reality. Anyway, it's good to see you. Don't be a fucking This is the reason why comedians get away with stealing. Because comedians like you are afraid of confrontation.
And then I also said that I sucked my cousin's dick.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
That's a sharp left turn.
Yeah, which I didn't know there was a camera on.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not gay, but in high school I sucked my cousin's dick.
Yeah, sure.
And then also on top of that, I said that Vietnamese people were jungle Asians, which I had to apologize to the Vietnamese people, and I apologize. That's what I said back then.
Do you mean he put this up on the internet or something?
Then he put it on the internet. Death Squad did, right?
Yeah, what did I say?
So he had to publicly make an apology to the Vietnamese community because he called you guys, and he calls Filipinos this too. He calls us all jungle gooks or jungle Asians.
Not
jungle,
gooks.
not gooks, jungle Asians.
By saying jungle gooks, you make it worse.
He said jungle Asians.
But how do you justify that?
Well, because you guys live in the fucking jungle. What do you mean? How do I justify it?
We don't live in the jungle.
All right, so if I go to Vietnam, is there a jungle there?
There is a jungle. There's a jungle in plenty of other countries.
There's not a jungle in Korea.
What? I'm sure you guys have rainforests.
No, we don't at all. It's trees. Like it looks like Denver.
You're trying to say Korea is Denver.
Yeah, it's.
And all of a sudden now, right? My aunt, my cousin's mom, calls me. He didn't suck your dick.
No, you sucked his dick.
Yeah, no, we sucked each other's dick. Yeah, and vice versa, right? When you're single trying to attract a partner, it's important to project the qualities you desire, which I understand, but boy, oh boy, have I had to suck a lot of dick lately.
That's sort of like a Bobby Lee joke.
It is a lot like a Bobby Lee.
All right. What about this one? This is for you.
I didn't. You know what I mean? And then my mom, that's was my mom's sister, they didn't talk, and then she died.
Oh, no. Oh, Jesus Christ.
She died, right?
Story.
See, so the last thing that, I heard from my aunt is you didn't suck each other's dick. And then a couple years later, my mom, they stopped talking, and then she died.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Famous last word.
Yeah, I love Death Squad.
Yeah. How many views did it get?
Millions.
Oh, see?
But then over the years, though, I made my way back into the group, and now we're all good.
So you opened for Mencia, which made you the enemy of the Death Squad.
Yeah. Because it's
like a Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah, it's just like it.
So the Death Squad.
I don't know what Bruce Lee movie.
They're comedians.
Yeah.
Well, don't you think Death Squad makes more sense in a Bruce Lee movie than a comedy club?
That's true. That's true.
I went to a comedy club, and then the next week the Death Squad were there. It's just odd. I don't know. And they acted like it was a normal thing. And I said, who's here next week? I said, the Death Squad.
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind.
I mean, when was the last time you did Rogan?
Oh.
Okay. What?
12 years ago.
Wow. For real?
What
happened? It's because you are a big vaxxer, right? And you just said, I hate him now?
No, I want to do it. It's just I don't know how.
I bet Shab could get you in. All right.
It's a good one.
Bobby's new movie
it's okay.
about a boy.
It's okay.
All right.
Got some jokes.
All right, but
that's all right.
But are these street jokes?
No.
So you wrote them?
They're not. Someone wrote them.
Some of them wrote that you know.
Yeah, some people in this world.
Okay, cool. When you're single trying to attract a partner, it's important to project the qualities you desire, which I understand, but boy, oh boy, have I had to suck a lot of dick lately.
That's sort of like a Bobby Lee joke.
It is a lot like a Bobby Lee.
All right.
I went out to buy a California Pizza Kitchen signature pepperoni frozen flatbread, and by the time I got home, it was perfectly cooked and entirely eaten. 100% true.
Oh, you ate it. See, I love Bobby laughs. I love the laughs. It's just weird, right? Some of them are odd. I'm not going to lie to you.
This is a joke.
Well, some of them.
But this is a joke.
I think technically.
Like an observational joke? I signed up for my company's 401k, but I don't think I can run that far.
It is a long way. Wait, I gotta get one that's gonna make Bobby happy. I don't like when he scowls after that. You ever hear of steampunk?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, there's a joke
Thank
for you.
I wouldn't call myself a fan of steampunk, but I will say it's the healthiest way to prepare punk. There is an Asian guy in Texas, right? This guy, his name is Mark. He taught Pablo Francisco how to do impressions back in the 90s, late 90s. Wow. For many years, 15 years, his stage name was Chinaman.
As racial, I should say, epithets go, that seems to me to be the least offensive one. Because it's literally man from China.
I know.
I
know. I think Chinaman is pretty, it's okay.
Except it refers to all Asians.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But as an epithet, though, don't you think Chinaman is the least offensive?
I do. I
man
mean,
from China.
Unless it's a woman, but.
Yeah.
But then,
then you'd say Chinaman woman.
Chinaman woman.
But it's literally man from China.
I couldn't agree more. I'm not.
Also, dude, Chinaman is not the preferred nomenclature. Asian American, please.
Walter, this isn't a guy who built the railroads here. This is a guy.
What the fuck are you?
Because what about this? If you say Asian,
right,
then that's everybody from that entire continent.
It's more specific.
Meanwhile, Chinese hate Japanese.
Well, I mean, you're now one. Okay.
Well, I mean, they raped their Nanking.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
You don't forget that. Somebody rapes your Nanking.
Why isn't that in USA Today?
Yeah, it's in USA Today. Bob Hope, make God laugh. So I stopped. I'm like, hey, Jamie, Bob Hope never played the fucking Laugh Factory. And he's like, oh yeah. I'm like, what? And he's like, one time he came in, man, and he said to me, can I do 5 minutes? I say, can you do 5 minutes? You Bob Hope.
Is he Chinese?
I know, I can't do him. Every time I do him, people say that sounds like a Chinaman. And I go, that's not a nice thing to call Asians. You know? Why do people do that?
Tell me some of the Asian things that, like, you know.
Like what you would call a guy.
Small penises?
No, like
names.
Names, yeah.
Oh, well, yellow, yeah.
Yellow?
Yeah.
Who says that?
Who says
Yellow?
yellow?
You're a coward.
Hey, yellow.
No, that's yeller.
You're yeller.
Yeah.
I've never heard of yellow.
No, I never.
That's our skin color, but.
Yeah, yellow man.
That's just what
yellow,
you
yellow
say.
man, that's what you say.
God,
you made that up.
Oh, no,
Hey, yellow man, get out of my bar. I've never heard that.
No.
Do you know all the racial things against Asians? Yeah, can you tell me them?
Well,
I love when the
Guy Aoki got mad at me one time.
Why?
He's the head of the guys that get defended.
Yeah.
In terms
so
of
just
Asians.
tell me some.
Well, he knows them the best.
Yeah.
What about this? I call it the G word. The G word.
Do you know the G one?
Oh, gook?
Yes.
Well, you just said that like it came out so
That's
naturally.
slipped out.
Oh, no.
You're right about
You just
that.
said it just like, secondhand.
I thought it was I thought it was a term of endearment.
It's not. But can I tell you guys?
Well,
The search continues in the Indian Ocean for the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 as they listen and try to follow the pings. These guys sound like me always listening for pings. The pings are my Chinese neighbors. Jim and Ellen Ping. Nice people, nice folks. Nice folks. Jim's.
Is what you said their neighbor was? Jim Ping?
That is my neighbor. A nice fella.
Nice guy?
Let me his abacus
I want to do
yesterday.
this. Jesus.
Oh, come on. That's not a Chinese guy.
I wasn't saying it was.
That was kind of
What are you,
racist.
Mickey Rooney?
Hey, come on.
I know he's dead,
Have a
but
little
Mickey Rooney
respect.
did a very racist thing like you just did in a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's by the wonderful Truman Capote.
I wasn't doing anything racist, and you know it. But go ahead.
But I wonder if people, like you say, you don't like people who are not hardworking. I wonder, are there people who work and worked as hard as Steve did and does?
I was thinking when I said it that there's an exception. I know we're both admirers of Norm MacDonald, and he seems sometimes like someone who has something It's his cadence. It's the way he talks. I don't know if he's a hardworking comic, but God, he makes me laugh.
Mhm.
And his cadence, something is just wrong about it, you know?
But I love Norm, and my guess is, what I know of Norm is that he may not be working hard.
No.
But what he has is the same result as somebody who's worked hard.
Yes, yeah.
Which is, again, enviable, admirable. But God, he makes me laugh. And I happened across some of his time on Weekend Update.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you watch it now, you realize Norm just didn't care if it got a laugh.
No. And he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't care. And he had a joke. I think Downey wrote the joke. It was during the OJ trial. And there's a picture of Johnny Cochran holding up the knit cap with OJ sitting next to him. And God, no one could do this but Norm. Norm said, a little bit of a wrinkle for OJ in the trial today. Johnny Cochran stood up and held the knit cap that was found at the scene of the double murders when OJ jumped up and said, hey, careful with that. That's my lucky stabbing cap. Who else could do that?
Right.
And he doesn't, and if it got nothing, he would stare.
Yeah.
And tell you your problem.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of the best, dark, but fantastic.
Right.
And also no one could do it but him.
No, that's what I was going to say. I would, if somebody had pitched that joke to me at the height of the OJ trial, I would have laughed and not done it. Would
Yes.
you have done that joke?
No, I would not have done that.
Yeah.
I would have been queasy and, it's tragedy. And it was theater of some kind.
Yeah.
Theater of the absurd.
But the delivery, the persona, and the material, it's
perfect.
Powerful. Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of entertaining celebrities, but Norm Macdonald used to come on our show in the early days, and those were, I thought, great television because we never knew it was happening, and it was always teetering on the edge of it was all about to blow up. It's all about to fail, and it would always end brilliantly. And then he stopped coming around, and it was just a period that passed. And I was always sad about that because I thought, we're a very celebrity-conscious age, and people always think that the best guests are the biggest celebrities. Sometimes, the best guests are these people that you have a weird connection with, and it's compelling television. People see and they talk to me about it later on. Like I'll be out in the world walking around, and people will say, "I saw that when you were with Harlan or when you were with Norm or with Will, and that really got wild and crazy in a way that they don't see on television now."
Have you, over the years, who are some of the people who have been your go-to people that I just remember Dave in his early years had Terry Garr and he had Sandra Bernhard.
Yes.
And they were kind of magic together. Who are your...
I had so many people. Norm Macdonald was this person who would come, you all know Norm Macdonald, but Norm Macdonald, when we'd have him on in the early days, to this day I've never interviewed anybody like Norm Macdonald.
Who was the best guest that you've ever interviewed, and who was the worst?
I love Will Ferrell. I also love Norm Macdonald because he comes on and his stories are all invented. None of them are real. They're all old farmers' daughters jokes. And he pretends he'll come on. I'll say, "What's up, Norm?" He'd be like, the other day I was walking down the road and a pirate comes up to, I'm like, "What?" Yeah, a pirate comes along and he's got 3 pigs with him. One of them is wearing a hat, one's got a pipe, and then it's just a complete waste of everybody's time that's absolutely delightful and hilarious. And so I love him.
Your favorite guests are always like the Bill Burr, Norm Macdonald.
Yes.
This might go off the rails really fast type of guys.
Yeah. Norm Macdonald, one of the great talk show guests of all time. He invented something that Norm Macdonald invented this amazing thing that I've never seen anybody do before or since. It's kind of like he split the atom. It was that revolutionary. Norm would come on and he would, instead of telling you a real story, like if I had you on the show and you're like, "Hey, Bill, tell me, well, and remember I was living in Chestnut Hill once," and you would tell a real story about what happened to you in your life. Norm tells old jokes as stories that happened to him.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, "Norm, what are you up to?"
And I mean, really old jokes from like the 1920s. And he'd be like, well, Conan, I don't know if you're aware that I purchased a farm, Conan. I'd be like, really? You purchased a... Yeah, I purchased a farm. Of course, I have 3 daughters. And I'm like, you have 3 daughters? Yeah, I have 3 daughters on the farm. One very attractive, one not as attractive, and of course the third not, kind of... Well, she's ugly, Conan. She's ugly. And I'd be like, Well, one day, this traveling salesman comes to the farm, and he says, now, Norm, I tell you. And then it's like he's telling an old traveling salesman joke.
Yeah.
But
you know about halfway through where it's going.
I mean, I usually know. I know kind of what he's doing. I'm laughing that he has the balls to do this. I'm laughing at the audacity. So I don't even care if this joke lands or not. I'm laughing that he's committing to the fact that, no, he doesn't have a farm. He doesn't have 3 daughters. There's no traveling salesman. But he doesn't care in a way that is exhilarating and scary at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And plus, he probably has some people in the audience who are taking completely seriously, right?
Yes. Yeah. He's got some people thinking.
We call them tourists.
Yes, we call them. They're usually from San Bernardino.
Well, Norm had the greatest talk show moment in the history of talk shows with Courtney Thorne-Smith.
That was epic. That was so great. And it's funny because
it's lived on. Who knew that we were going to have YouTube eventually?
You know what?
We could just queue it up on command.
God bless YouTube. I had no idea when those things were happening. I thought, we're talking 1993, 94. When those things were happening, I thought, what did I know? I just thought if you were up and you saw it, that means you saw You saw an amazing thing happen. And if you, and then maybe if I get to stay on the air long enough, we'll have a 1-year anniversary show, and maybe you'll see it then. But if you're not there for that, it's gone. And now I meet people, that around the world that will say, oh, I just saw that thing with you and Norm and Courtney Thorne-Smith. And I'll think, that was a moment of my life when I was 30.
Yeah.
And I'm like 85 now.
Remember the day before the lockdown, Norm had some set that went viral. It was a cookie jar dunk. Like it was. I remember, like, me and my buddies in Ohio were all like, "Yo, did you see this Norm MacDonald set? It was on YouTube, probably still on there." He destroyed. And he even
right at the Improv,
yeah,
right, when he talked about the pandemic.
It was a
incredible
cookie jar dunk, and you could tell it was off the rip, and it was all that, all the anxiety that the day before the whole world goes into lockdown.
Yeah,
and he was just on some fuck it, and it felt so good. Again, it made me feel like everything's gonna be fine.
I wasn't going to talk about the coronavirus. But on the way here, I got really ill. But I think it was because I ate a cherry pie. Like, I got a cherry pie from Bristol Farms, and I ate it, and then the car was going weird, and I was like, oh. And then he turned on the radio, Jeremy, and then all the fucking news was like, the guy was like, well, there's been so far 11 cases, 50. 200. I don't feel good. You're like, oh, this is not good. So my plan is just to not die. Survive long enough where they find a cure. Some people will have to die. But finally they'll find a cure for me. And then I'll thank all. It's funny how Big Pharma is so evil till now. It's like, what's it, $200 a pill? Yeah, that's good. That's fine. I'll take it. Give me all you got. It's funny that we all now know how we're going to die. It's just a matter of what order at this point. Oh, I can't touch my fucking face. Remember the good old days when washing your hands didn't take 3 hours? Like A, B, C, D. Just take me now. So the mind never wanders too far from, like I'll be talking about all kinds of horse shit up here tonight, but every moment I'll be thinking of this disease. Just to let you know. But it comes at a good time, this, where we're all quarantined, because we know how to live like that, right? We got our fucking magic phones and computers and everything. We don't need no fucking people. It was the last step between us and happiness anyway, were people. Got the TV and shit. Fucking more interesting people than anybody I know. Listen to fucking First Take and spend my last moments on Earth with Max Kellerman.
We hate the most.
But I'm old anyway, so if I die, it won't be as much of a tragedy. I'm 68 years young, I like to say. Yeah. You get old and you start worrying anyway, Forget the coronavirus, like that's possible. But it was a good idea you made. It was a good choice tonight to come out and sit beside total strangers. At least I might be here. I can run, At least I can flee when I see it.
Big show. All my buddies are here. We got
Is that what
Dennis...
you're wearing? Hey, unbelievable.
All my friends are here. We got Norm, Kevin, Dennis Miller.
We're all your rowdy friends.
All my rowdy friends are coming over today.
Hey, Dennis. My wife and I just got home from the big show at the WinStar Casino. We flew from Atlanta to Dallas, then drove up there, and we'd do it again. You were right. It was an amazing night by you three. I can't imagine a better crowd for you guys. I know you say coffee's for closers. Well, you must have had a big pot full. You were the perfect choice to close it out. You couldn't have done better if you wore a red hat. And except for the ladies' endless questions about Norm's pecker, the Q&A was a nice touch at the end of the show. I'll also have to make a special trip back there. That video story you noticed coming in, I understand that after Debbie did Dallas, there's some collector tapes of her in Thackerville. Want one?
Well, first off, it was Wackerville. Secondly, I was just amazed as I was driving in on the freeway. Right next to the casino, there was a DVD porn store.
Yeah.
Who's still doing Dick and Mortar at this point? You can literally, they're building keyboards now with a hole for your penis in between the FDSA and the JKL semi, so you can whack and not get thrown off balance-wise. Yeah, you put a little yoke on your penis, and it fits. It's like a rubber. You ever see when doors seal during a shipwreck?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, well, you get your penis in there, and there's like a seal, and it's airtight, and you work. Well, at that point, the makers of the keyboard with the penis hole in between the FDSA and the JKL semi encourage you to call it a flesh toggle. I haven't gone that far, and I don't care if it will get me some money off on my next purchase. But your wiener goes right up through there, and you masturbate, and there's an equilibrium to your self-pleasuring that you don't often find, because, you're either right-handed or left-handed, or you're Ron Jeremy, and that's a whole different thing. Anyway, what's the next one?
Well, no, I just wanted to see what you could share.
That guy was sweet. Thank you, my friend.
About the big show with Spade and, of course, Norm MacDonald.
Well, I am telling you, the 3-hour flight in and the 3.5-hour flight back, and Spade had chartered a plane because he has a show right now. He handed off to whoever's working. And he called me and said, "Do you have anything?" I said, "Yeah, I can get us there in Fred McMurray's car from Son of Flubber if you want to go." And he said, I'll get an adult jet. But we flew in together, and that's about as hard as I've ever laughed. My back hurt when I got off. Norm's genius. I mean, really, and Spade's brilliant too, but in a much more accessible manner. Norm's like you're out with, Archimedes if he worked Grossingers or something. God, he was funny. And dark. And, I can't, here, I'll be honest with you. I can't say almost anything that was said because it was so crazy.
Yeah, you told me just a couple things, and you definitely can't say those.
And candid. Whew. And the show itself was good, although I do remember Norm getting into it with some long penis discussion with a woman where I mentally went away for a while. It was the first question. To open it up, some woman comes up, looks like, Andy Griffith's girlfriend. And right away she's into talking about Norm's penis, and he's more than happy to go with that. I know, Norm, but he's the... It's like a cock encounter group or something. I pass it around. So anyway, Spade and I are just sitting there clumsily for around 10 minutes, and, then Norm's into another story about the time his penis was in a road film with Bob Hope. And at that point, we just gave up. But Spade's funny in the middle. Jesus, he's funny. And he's horny, and he's just, it's like... It's like you're reading Gulliver, but they've everybody's on a EDD drip or something. It's like little Lilliputians crawling up your knee. Hey, let's fuck. So anyway, it was a great trip, great time. Good to see the boys, but I don't think we'll be going out again because Norm's too hard to nail down.
Yeah.
And Spudley, like I said, is flush right now. He's got that show for now. How's the show doing?
I think the show's doing well, and let's remind people it's called Lights Out. It's on Comedy Central, I think, at 11:30 Monday through Thursday.
I guess he's busy right now, so I won't bug him, but we should probably see if he'll come on sometime. But don't do it right now. Give him a couple months. He's got other shit on his mind, and I'll make him feel guilty because we're friends, but... I can't do that. Or
we're trying to get he and Norm on together because we had thought about doing something there at the casino, but there were too many moving parts, so that did not happen.
Norm invented, that was the first time this country has ever heard, "Here's the fake news."
That's right.
I mean, right? That's such a big phrase now, but I think you opened the news, which used to kill me, and you never get credit for it. But Norm invented the word, the phrase "fake news."
Was this? It's a little Paul Newman going on down there, right?
Mm-hmm. You were
more
handsome.
like you were handsome.
Huh?
What the happened? Anyway, no, I did Weekend Update.
Have you seen Paul Newman lately?
You do look better.
Wait, are you gonna have Thanksgiving though? Thanksgiving's coming up.
Thanksgiving. We're gonna have a lot of time. We're gonna go see my uncle. I saw my uncle the other day. Oh, my uncle, he's having troubles. Conan.
Why is he having trouble?
You know my uncle Basil?
I don't know him.
No, but I've talked to him before.
Yeah, you've mentioned him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's having troubles. His memory's not too good. You know, and it's not Thank God it's not Alzheimer's or anything like that. But when a guy gets old, he starts forgetting. His memory starts, he doesn't, remember.
Right.
So I went to him, I went and talked to him, and I said to him, because I heard he got this new medicine for his memory at the doctors.
Yeah.
So I said to him, I said, Uncle Basil, I said, how's that memory stuff working out, medicine? He says, it's going good. I said, what's it called, that medicine, memory medicine?
The memory medicine, yeah.
I said, what's it called? What's the name of it? He goes, oh, the name of it. What is it now? Again, I can't remember now. He says, what's the name of that flower you give to people? And I said, I don't know. What, a tulip? And he said, no, not a tulip. He said, it's what is it now? It's a kind of a flower people wear. I said, is it a carnation? I don't know, Uncle Basil. He says, no, what the hell is it called? It's red. I said, I don't know, a rose? He said, yes. He said, Rose, what's the name of that medicine that the doctor gave me?
You rapscallion.
Now listen, we want to talk about your uncle, because every time you come on the show, you have a story about your uncle who lives up in Canada.
Oh, yeah, he's a Frenchman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you always have like a little story about him.
Jean-Luc. Oh, yeah, he's a crazy character, that dude. He originally visited New York City. Hello?
I'm just having a drink. I can listen to you and have a drink. It's not like I went like this. Hold it. Ooh. Ah, liquid. Huh? I'm still here. Let's see if I got this right. You've got an uncle, lives up in Canada, named Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc.
Occasionally he visits. Once time he visited New York.
So I'm living in New York, And Jean-Luc, I'm excited. Jean-Luc's going to come by, my crazy Frenchman uncle. So he gets in the cab, right?
When he gets to the airport.
Yeah, when he gets to the airport, the cab driver picks him up, and the cab driver says to him, hey, Frenchman, he says, do you like riddles, So my uncle Jean-Luc is like, yes, I love the riddles. That's how he talks. He goes, I like nothing better than a riddle. So the cabbie's like, all right, here's one, right? So he said, here's the riddle. His brothers and sisters, I have none, but this man's father is my father's son. So my uncle goes, I don't know. Right? So the cabbie goes, it's me. It's me.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Oh, he thinks about it. Oh, by God, he says, that's a good riddle there. He says, I have to tell my wife, Mary Claire, when I get back to Gaspé. That's where he lives, Gaspé.
Right.
So he's like, take me back to the airport. And the cabbie's like, what? Right? The cabbie's like, I thought you wanted to go visit Norm then. No. I go back to the airport. All right, I have to tell Mary Claire. Seems odd, right? Gets back on the plane, flies all the way back home there to Gaspé. And he gets back, right? Runs in the door. Mary Claire, where's vous? Where are you, Mary Claire? Come on down here. I have a riddle for you. She goes, oh, Jean-Luc, I love the riddle. She's a woman, high voice.
Michael Jackson was visiting. Yeah, all right.
So, you're going to love this riddle. How was New York? Forget about that. I got the riddle. Brothers and sisters, I have none. But this man's father, he is my father's son. She goes, oh, I don't know. Who is it? Some cab driver back in New York.
You didn't mean to do that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Be honest, you didn't mean to do that.
At all. I just got to the end. That guy, man, I always tell my uncle, you shouldn't curse so much.
Oh, man. All right. We're going to pick up the pieces.
Yeah.
Let me ask you quickly. We haven't talked to you in so long. I want to ask you about your family.
My great family. I love them all.
How's your... we used to talk in the old days. You and I used to spin some yarns about Uncle Hector. How's Uncle Hector?
Oh, Uncle Hector. Uncle Hector...
He's Polish, too, I'm guessing.
No, he wasn't Polish.
Oh, okay.
No, he was from my cousin's side of the family. And he was... he was a great man, my uncle, Right. He was an old fella. He actually
rode the rails during the Depression.
Oh.
You know, he was a hobo.
Hobo.
As you might call him. I
Yeah.
don't like that term, but whatever.
Tramp or whatever,
Yeah, he's
what
a
have you.
tramp, Railroad bum. And, but he wasn't a bum. He was just out. He was a good, honest man during the Depression, searching for work.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, he had no money, so he'd travel the country trying to find work, and he actually rode the rails. Uncle Hector, and he told me it was an interesting story. He'd go through. This was in Canada, and there's a town called Kitchener in Canada, and the railroad cops were tough, boy. They were tougher than the real cops. You know, they had a law of their own. The railroad cops.
I feel like I should be tucked into bed listening to you. Anyway, a law of their own, those railroad cops.
But there was not a railroad cop tougher than Kitchener Leslie. Oh, boy. He was well known. He was well known for beating hobos to death.
Really?
Oh,
He'd find a hobo on his train, he'd beat him to death.
Beat him to death. And so what the railroad bums would all do is, as Kitchener approached, of course, oh, hey, Norm, how you doing? So,
wow, such focus on these stories.
That wasn't a mirror, that was another guy.
Okay, oh, there's a guy named Norm.
Yeah. So the railroad bums would all hop off before they got to Kitchener to avoid being beaten to death by Kitchener Leslie.
Yeah.
Anyways, my Uncle Hector, a good man, you know, and he walked into a mine one day. This is a story for that I think the young people could learn from.
Don't go mine hopping, kids.
During the height of the Depression, where there was absolutely no work, my Uncle Hector walked into I won't say the name of the mining company. It was McIntyre Mine, and he walked in. He had his lunchbox with him and his work boots, and he said, "Sir," he said, "I want a job." And they said, "We have no jobs." He said, "Well, 500 people work here at McIntyre Mine." He goes, "I don't think there are 500 men here better than I." He says, "As a matter of fact, I don't think there are 200 men better than I." He says, I think you'd be strapped to find 100 men better than I." And by golly, he got the job. What do you think of that?
That's a great story.
Now,
I'm sensing there's more. Now back to Kitchener Leslie.
Yeah.
The most dreaded.
No. Uncle Hector.
What?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to help you out.
No, Uncle Hector.
Dad, where's this story going?
Uncle Hector worked in a mine, and it's a hellish job, the mine, as you well know. Darkness, you know.
It's dank. It's
dank.
Yeah.
It's coaly. It's a lot of.
What?
Well, you're in a coal mine.
It's not coaly. It's coal-ridden.
It's
coal-infested. It's not coaly.
It's coal-infested. So he worked in the mine, and by God, he worked hard. And after a week of working hard, he said to the shift manager, he said, He said, "By golly, I'd like to have a lady. I work hard, and where would I find a lady here in town?" Well, they said to Uncle Hector, they says, we have sex with animals here. By God, says Uncle Hector, I'm not going to do that. I'm a normal fella. Well, then be to your own devices then. So,
be to your own devices?
Yeah.
Wow.
Uncle Hector continued working in the mine. He worked hard, and he worked long, and he worked for a low wage. But he was a man. And Uncle Hector, after a couple of weeks passed, he started to get a little itch, you know, as you and I say.
Right.
You know,
Right. Well, when we're thinking about the
ladies,
yeah.
And but he kept it under control. He went again. And he said, "Are you sure there's no ladies here?" "No, we have sex with animals." Ah, my God. 6 months passed, and Uncle Hector couldn't take it any longer. He told me.
Right.
He said, "By God, I just had to. I'm just a man. I'm weak. You know. I'm not a saint. You know. And I was born in sin, I suppose, and I couldn't resist. I just needed it." So he said he walked by a pasture, and there was a pig.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. And so Uncle Hector said, well, he said, I walked up, and I began having sex with a pig. And he said, all of a sudden, he saw all the miners, like, around him, you know, looking at him. They go, "Uncle Hector, what the hell are you doing over there?" And Uncle Hector's like indignant. He's like, "What? Well, you're the guys that told me that you have sex with animals." They're like, "Uncle Hector, you damn fool. That's Kitchener Leslie's girlfriend."
all the animals.
All the animals to have sex with.
You don't want to have sex
And not with Kitchener-Leslie's pig. No, that's terrible.
Not Kitchener-Leslie's pig. Kitchener-Leslie's lady.
Oh, yeah.
So you got a week off.
Yeah, I got a week off coming up. After this show, I got a week off, so it's going to be great.
Do you see your family much? Do you...
Every break, I like to go back and see my folks, you know, and also my uncles and aunts and all that, you know. They're great people. The old people, you know, what I find about the old people is...
Just in general.
In general, they had so much more interesting lives than we do, you know. Like, you know what I mean? Like we, you know, we go out, our generation, we go, okay, hey, let's go to a movie, and then we'll do the laundry and get some quarters for the laundry, and then we'll read the Sports Illustrated, you know, and whatever, right?
Right.
But these guys, they had lives, you know? Where they, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah. So anyways, for instance, my Uncle Phil. You ever meet my Uncle Phil?
I didn't meet your Uncle Phil, no.
Oh, you didn't? He was...
Yeah, we don't know each other that well. Remember?
That's true.
No,
So,
I've not met your Uncle Phil.
He's a good man, Uncle Phil. So he was telling me, you know, he's just one of these guys that has so many lives pushed into one. He just does so many things, you know? And he was telling me, he says, he's a kind of a jack of all trades, you'd call him.
Yeah. That's a good phrase.
Yeah, he's a jack of all trades. So he was telling me, he said, the problem is you're not really appreciated for any single thing because you're so good at so many things. You understand what I mean?
I hear you.
Yeah. So he said to me one time, he says, Norm, he says, we were just walking through his town, you know, of Monkland, Maine he lives in. And we were just walking through the town. He's an old fella, you know?
Right, one of the old people.
Yeah, he's 80.
Yeah, 80, okay.
80 years young, he says. So he goes, Norm, you see that barn over there, he says to me. I look over, there's a barn. I go, yeah. He goes, I built that barn with my own hands, all by myself. But he goes, do they call me, do they say, there's Phil, the barn builder? No, sir, he says. I said, yeah. He goes, look over there, you see that weather balloon? He says, you don't know this about me, Norm. He says, I was one of the first men ever to fly in a weather balloon.
Wow.
He says, but do they say, hey, there goes Phil, the weather balloon pioneer? No. He says, look over there's a bakery that I started. You know, that dirty bastard Bob has it now, but I'm the guy that started that bakery. And I go, all right, easy. And he goes, I started that bakery and I was the best baker, but does anybody go, oh, there goes Phil, the great baker? No, he says, but he says, let me tell you something, Norm. He says, you have sex with one goat. And... He says, people then, they say, there goes Bill, the dirty goat.
Get rid of that. We don't need that microphone anymore, do we? Wow, well, I do want to meet this man someday. He sounds fascinating.
My dad would always tell this joke, and it was about a little boy called Dirty Johnny. You know, and he'd be in class. You ever heard Dirty Johnny?
The Dirty Johnny jokes, yes.
Heard the whole series.
In this in this joke, he's not dirty. But anyways, the teacher has a thing. And the teacher says, today in class, we are going to have a little experiment. You're going to tell a story from your real life. And then afterwards, you are going to tell the moral of that story. You know? So Sheila puts up her hand, and the teacher says, Sheila, what's your story? So Sheila says, well, my dad works at the hatchery, and he took some eggs, and he put them all in a basket. All the eggs he put in one basket. And then he put them in the horse and buggy, and off we went to town, and the earth was uneven, and the eggs broke. And the teacher goes, well, that's an all right story, but I can't understand what the moral would be to that story. So Sheila says, well, the moral is, don't put all of your eggs into one basket. So the teacher says, well, by God, this is exactly what I'm looking for and what I was hoping for with this experiment.
Yeah.
And anybody else have one? So Marjorie puts up her hand. Okay, Marjorie, what's your story? Well, my father works for the hatchery. Most of us.
Most people in that town work in the hatchery.
Worked at the hatchery.
Thank God for the hatchery, she says. Or where would we be? So she says, my father, he sells chickens. And he knows that eggs become chickens. See what I mean? So he had to count his chickens so he'd go and sell them in town. So he had 9 chickens and 5 eggs. So instead of saying he had 9 chickens, he added the 5 eggs. You see, he counted them as chickens. So he said, I have 14 chickens. So he took them, Sheila says, and put them in the horse and buggy, and off they went to town, but the land was uneven. The chickens survived easily. They frolicked. The eggs broke. Well, the teacher says again, that's a story, you know. But what on earth could the moral of that story be? Well, Sheila says, if that's her name, I forgot. She says, don't count your chickens before they hatch out of the eggs.
Right.
Teacher says you could probably shorten it a little. So, but that's great. And that's exactly what we're looking for. And then she looks at the back of the class, and by God, there's the upraised hands, as you say, fucking dirty Johnny.
Fucking dirty Johnny. He's going to ruin the lesson.
So the teacher, inside of her head, her thoughts are moving around, and she's like, God, I don't want to hear dirty Johnny say it. This is going so well, but at the same time, I took a vow and I became a teacher that every student. All right, Johnny, let's hear your story. So Dirty Johnny gets up and he says, this is a story about my Uncle Terry. He didn't work for the hatchery. He didn't even like people that did. He was in Vietnam. And he lives on the disability checks he got. Uncle Terry was not a popular man, not even among those he worked with. And I suppose we've all heard of people who've deserted from their battalion. But I don't know if you've ever heard of a battalion deserting a man. That's what they did with Uncle Terry. One day, Uncle Terry awoke in the middle of Da Nang, and everybody was gone. He was alone, and they'd left him 3 bottles of Jack Daniels and some weaponry. So, Uncle Terry got up, says Dirty Johnny, and he downed the bottle of Jack Daniels in 2 slugs, and he threw it down and smashed it into the jungle. And then he walked, picked up the 2 Kalashnikovs and 3 or 4 Glocks and a couple of hand grenades, and off he walked into the unknown, the jungle, his fate. Came upon a village, and from the village came people. Now, were they Charlie, or were they the people that Terry was sent to protect from Charlie? Uncle Terry didn't know. But he knew he had to do something, so he took another swig from the bottle, and he let loose. Took that Kalashnikov, and he let it sway like a farmer would a scythe. And the bullets came, and just as hay would fall before a farmer, so the people fell before Uncle Terry. The men, the women, and by God, even the children. And finally, Uncle Terry stood alone in the mud and the blood and the guts and only at himself. He took a long swig, and his hand brushed against his pants, and he felt wetness, and then he felt shame because he realized he had urinated himself in fear. And then Upon closer inspection, he realized it was not urine. It's ejaculate. And his shame was replaced by pride. And the teacher goes, holy fucking shit, what the fuck? Fucking kind of fucking story is that? Like, we just heard the hatchery and shit, and now this? She goes, Uncle Terry, well, Dirty Johnny, what on earth could be the moral to such a story? So Johnny thinks about it for a couple of minutes, and he goes, well, I don't know, I guess. Well, I know one thing. You don't fuck with Terry when he's had some drink in him. And he's uncorked the jug. You stay away from Uncle Terry. And he doesn't like anybody that works at the hatchery either. You remember that. You tell your parents that.
Wow.
Everybody lies, right? You gotta lie there, but you ever lie for no reason? That's a bad lie there. You know, usually there's a reason, like you want to protect somebody's feelings or, you know, screw over your buddy or something like that, but you ever lie for no reason at all? Just all of a sudden a big lie spills out of your evil head there, you know? And you don't even know, like a guy comes up to you, go, hey, you ever see that movie with Meryl Streep and a horse? And you go, yes. And in the back of your head, you go, what the hell am I lying about over here? I stand to gain nothing by this lie. The hell am I thinking back here in my head? I don't know, man.
You know, Norm's one of those guys, he'll write something, it's a really funny joke, but also let you realize he's a sick fucker. You know, it's like he said, yes. You ever find yourself, it's one of his Norm's bits, so I just thought, like, I fell off my chair, and he said, you ever find yourself lying, telling a lie, and you're halfway through, you realize, wait a minute, there's no possible way I could benefit from this lie. Why am I lying? Say, hey, did you see Avatar? Yeah. To me, that's just a monster.
Yeah.
You know, that's a twisted mind.
Yeah, he's.
Is the First Lady a compulsive liar, though? It's beginning to look that way. In an interview on last night's 2020, intended to promote her new book, It Takes a Village, Mrs. Clinton folded under tough questioning by Barbara Walters and admitted that, in fact, it does not take a village, and furthermore, that she was aware that it does not take a village when she wrote the damn book. Meanwhile, President Clinton is hard at work on Tuesday's State of the Union address, in which he'll focus on crime, education, and the economy. At the request of the First Lady, part of the president's speech will be huge lies. More questions about Hillary Rodham Clinton's truthfulness. In an interview this week, the First Lady claimed that she won the women's 100-meter dash at the 1956 Olympics, and that she had an IQ of, quote, over 700. When it was pointed out to her that these were not especially good lies, Mrs. Clinton responded, I know, I have a problem, and then added, I invented the formula for 7-Up. In Whitewater news, federal regulators quizzed Hillary Clinton at the White House this week and gave her a perfect score on the lying section. She's a dirty liar. For years, Hillary Rodham Clinton has told people that she was named for the first man to climb Mount Everest, Sir Edmund Hillary. But as Esquire magazine recently pointed out, Sir Edmund did not climb Mount Everest until 1953, 6 years after Hillary was born. However, the First Lady does have a good explanation for the discrepancy. She loves to lie. A former Arkansas banker told the Senate Whitewater Committee this week that he gave Bill Clinton a $20,000 loan as a favor, even though it was, quote, unacceptable banking practice. In response, President Clinton stated that he has no recollection of such a loan, while First Lady Hillary Clinton said, we've never even been to Arkansas. Our top story tonight comes from the O.J. Simpson civil trial, where this week it was revealed that in his first interview with police, Simpson had refused to take a lie detector test. His reason?
It detects lies.
And my favorite thing about Norm is that he will just flat out lie. Just for his own entertainment, he'll just tell you a story that has never happened. He's completely making things up.
I was with
He does it
Larry
all the
Flint
time.
at the White House.
Yeah.
And he
Something
said,
like that.
I'll hook you up. Now, if my uncle from the plains of Ontario said, I'll hook you up, he'd probably get you a nice mincemeat pie. But when Larry Flint says it,
Yeah.
something dirty.
Best.
Truly one of the best.
You know, I went to a tennis match in Indian Wells.
Yeah.
And I saw Rafael Nadal play. He's my favorite.
Rafael Nadal. Explain to the folks who Rafael Nadal is.
Oh, my God.
No, of course, Rafael
Yes,
Nadal. I'll
but-
explain.
okay.
Rafael Nadal is a tennis player, only 26, but seemingly beyond his prime.
Great player.
Abs like.
Great player, but here's the thing.
You like his
Every
abs?
single
You seen his
time
abs?
he serves and returns, he picks his underwear out of his ass.
He does?
Yes.
I've never heard that.
There's a
I've never
video
seen
of it.
that.
Show it. I brought
There's
it.
a video of that?
Yes, I brought it.
Well, how could that?
Can we roll that off the schneid?
What?
It's too much bread and butter.
You can't do that in public.
This man is a genius. That's all he does.
What if he was a dentist? Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Oh, I smelled it.
my
Oh, what was that all
God.
about?
You know what I was thinking, though?
Do you remember the girl that got stabbed?
Know that in this day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm not.
The richest girl in the world, billionaire Athena Onassis, celebrated her 10th birthday this week. What's it like to be the richest girl in the world? Well, to give you some idea, at the party, they had 2 cakes. And now, Weekend Update would like to wish a happy birthday to comic legend George Burns, who turned 100 years old today. You know, I don't know the secret to his longevity, but I think I speak for all of us when I say I hope Pauly Shore doesn't know it either. Well, a big seller this holiday season is Michael Bolton's Christmas album, This Is the Time. Happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap. Kenny G has a Christmas album out this year. Hey, happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap. Well, I don't know. This week, the chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra, turned 81 years old, and he was honored by having the Empire State Building lit in blue. Also, in Mr. Sinatra's honor, the Empire State Building had the Twin Towers rough up the Chrysler Building. Frank Sinatra turned 80 this week. Frank Sinatra. And although the singer is said to be suffering from Alzheimer's, he had a typically festive birthday, singing a duet with a hooker and having sex with Tony Bennett. Probably going to end up in Jersey with a meat hook up my ass, but it was a good joke.
Celebrating April 1st birthdays. This is a sort of news thing. Russian pianist Sergei Rachmaninoff, who was born on this day in 1872.
Yeah, I know that dude.
Rapper Method Man is 41. Debbie Reynolds turns 80 today. Rachel Maddow is 39. And former German Chancellor Helmut Schmidt would have been 95 today. April Fools, former German Chancellor Helmut Schmidt is alive and well.
In England, a woman was arrested for throwing a birthday party for her 16-year-old son that included marijuana, alcohol, and strippers. Now she's got even bigger problems. What to do for his 17th birthday?
Whatever. Kim and Kanye celebrated their baby Northwest's his name's Northwest, his 1-year birthday by throwing a big party. What's that?
It's a her.
Oh, it's a girl. Yeah, Northwest, of course. I should have known by the name. North, anyway, she had her 1-year birthday, and they threw a big party with jugglers, a bouncy house, and a Ferris wheel. The bad news is that Northwest is a baby, so it doesn't know what the fuck is going on. It's like a Gilbert Godfrey joke.
Okay. Today is the 11th birthday of President Obama's youngest daughter, Sasha, or as I like to call her, the uppity one.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Jesus
I'm a regular mortal.
Super Dave Osborne on the line.
I was going to ask you to phone Super Dave. Yeah.
How's it going, Super Dave? Hey,
Happy birthday, Norm.
Is it my birthday?
It's tomorrow your birthday.
It's your birthday. That's why I'm calling.
Super
you know
Dave.
I got you? A picture of Sarah Palin's husband.
Oh.
And I had to make the X very big.
That's good.
Oh, no one asked you to comment what's good.
No, I
You know what makes me upset?
What?
Let me tell you, mate, what makes me upset is with all the crap that's going on in our country, OJ is not going to be able to vote. You know, McCain thinks that Obama was driving the Bronco.
Oh, he gave you a rim shot, Super Dave.
That's right. I know, that's what he does. He gives me a rim shot. Norm, happy birthday. You know how funny this guy is?
Yeah, I do.
He's the greatest. What's he doing in Chicago?
What are you doing in
Chicago?
Chicago?
You know who's lucky or Fox? They got Philadelphia and Tampa Bay.
Philadelphia and Tampa.
That might be right below till death do us part.
Once again, the stylings of Super Dave Osborne. Super Dave Osborne with Norm MacDonald in the studio. Norm MacDonald at Zanies. Go to Zanies.com for more information. Back to Super Dave, already in progress. Hey, are you voting for Joe the Plumber, Super Dave?
Joe the Plumber. That was the most insane. You know what? I think that McCain, first of all, he's not the same McCain I used to see. But he's a totally different man. I think he's wild. Even his wife doesn't stand too close to him now at the end. But I think there's a trigger word like banana where you get him to come right over the desk.
He did look angry.
Didn't he look angry last night? His eyes were rolling and he almost came. And what I love is when Obama's talking, he goes, yep, sure, yeah, okay.
He did. But I thought McCain won the debate, but everybody else.
He did, but he was wild.
Yeah, he was insane.
He came in there, he was white. It was like one of those fights where you beat a guy up on the ground, you know, those things.
No, he won. So you believe he did win the debate, right? I thought he made Obama look uncomfortable, I thought.
Yeah, but...
Well, I was uncomfortable, too. How could you not be uncomfortable?
Let me hear something here.
Senator Obama, I am not President Bush. I don't care about an old washed-up terrorist. If you wanted to run against President Bush, you should have run 4 years ago.
Why would he call him a washed-up terrorist?
You know what would have been funny is if when he said, do you think Sarah Palin could be president, that all of them just laughed till the debate was over?
I tell you, they should have had that music. I think Bob Schaefer, though, is the best moderator. I was saying that.
He really is, except he fell asleep once.
During it.
But yeah, he kept forcing them to answer the question.
You know that if Sarah Palin and Dan Quayle had a baby, it would be George W. Bush.
Super Dave, you gotta keep this stuff for Match Game.
Match Game?
Why did you bring that?
Now, wait a minute. What are you talking about? No, tell me. Norm, tell me.
You know what? I'll tell you something, Johnny. I'm never calling you again. And Norm, I love. First of all, Norm is the funniest man in the world, and he's a great father, but he's impossible to get a hold of.
I just got a hold of him.
Yeah, but he never calls you back. You leave messages, and he never calls you back.
No, we got to get together, though, man.
No. You always say that, and we always do, and we never do.
Hey, guess what? Super Dave? This will pay. Now it makes perfect sense to me. I hear this about you, Norm, that Super Dave, I don't believe I don't think he's embellishing. I think he's telling the truth.
No, I am telling the truth. Let me tell you something. How old are you going to be tomorrow?
46.
He doesn't have a driver's license.
He doesn't drive. Now,
what does that say to you?
A lot of people are like that.
Okay, no, they're not. A lot of people aren't like that.
If you're 96, What about opening the debates last night with all the crap that is going on?
Wait, let's go back to the match game. All right, now here he is. It's time now for Super Dave. This question is: Norm MacDonald does not blank. All right.
This is the way you want to play it.
No, I don't want to play. No.
This is the way we're playing.
All right, Super. Wait a minute.
This is the way we're going.
Super Dave.
Super Dave.
I want to agree with what you said about Norm MacDonald here in the studio. I want to tell you what I think. I heard that he has not spoken to his own brother in 5 years.
That's ridiculous. Well, sometimes you take a break.
No, wait. True or false? Have you spoken to your brother? You have two brothers, right?
Yeah.
One of them is in Canada. Both are in Canada, right?
One's in Washington, one's in Canada.
You have not spoken to your brother. Is it Neil, is it?
What are you telling
Is it true or false? Is it true or false? We're talking with Norm MacDonald, actor, writer, producer, stand-up comedian. Super Dave Osborne one time said, I can never get him to return calls. His brother Neil MacDonald, who lives in a farm town in Quebec City, says he has never returned his calls in 5 years.
That's ridiculous.
Is that true, Neil?
Listen, I'm a Canadian reporter living in Washington, D.C. I'm used to not getting my calls returned.
Yeah, Neil, how you doing?
That's your brother, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Super Dave, his brother, Neil, answer the question to see if so Super Dave will not feel bad. Neil, have you spoken to Norm, your brother, in the last 5 years?
I haven't spoken to Norm in a long time. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to get your calls returned.
Wait, Super Dave. See, I always think Super Dave's kind of lying.
So Super Dave's first name is Super?
Yes.
So, like, if I called myself Great Neil, you'd have to call me.
You know, Neil, there's a reason he hasn't talked to you in 5 years. Because you bore the living crap out of him. Now, let me tell you this. The Queen of England is walking with an administrator in the hospital.
What?
I said the Queen of England is walking with an administrator in a hospital. She walks by a room, and a man is masturbating. She said, oh, my God, what's going on? He said, well, he has a problem. It's a physical problem, and if he doesn't do that 5 times a day, he could explode and die. She said, oh, I'm sorry. Then they go to the second floor, where she walks by a room, a nurse is giving a man oral sex. She says, oh, my God, what's wrong? He said he's got the same problem as the guy on one, but better insurance.
All right.
No, but if that was in Canada, the government would provide it.
See that? You know who should hook up?
Norm, wait another 5 years. I'm telling you, that's what he does. If he comes back with that Canadian crap, don't talk to him.
Now, listen, here's what I want to know. I want to know how a guy, you're 46, are you, Norm?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know how a guy who was born 46 years ago in Quebec City and grew up in the same house I did acquired a Brooklyn accent. What the hell? Where'd that come from?
Wow.
Do I have a Brooklyn accent?
I don't know, but your brother now is dogging you. Super Dave is correct.
And I'm seeing him on Bill O'Reilly. Norman is one of the 37 Americans left who still think George Bush is doing a great job.
Wow.
I do?
No wonder you haven't talked to your brother in 5 years.
No, I think...
Someone just drop an anchor off the boat. Weren't we sailing in comedy heaven and someone came on and just dropped the Canadian
anchor? No, listen, I'm not a professional
boat?
comedian. I'm very funny, though. I'm a very funny guy.
Well, why don't you show it? What are you waiting for? How old are you?
No, I think George Bush is terrible.
Wait, let's go here.
No, George Bush is not terrible. Terrible is one thing. George Bush has to climb up to be terrible.
Super Dave Osborne with us.
What do you want?
Norm MacDonald in the studio, and his brother Neil just joined us.
Any other family members that can really make this a party?
Listen, it's great. It's great being on the same line with you there, Super. I watch you on Larry David. I think it's pretty funny.
Oh, then I like you. I take it.
Oh! Look at that. He loves him on Curb Your Enthusiasm, and now he's a fan.
Oh, I'm a big fan.
Big fan of Neil MacDonald's, are you?
I can tell you how to get
back down another 5 years.
I can tell you how to get the CBC's news show online there, Super. You can watch it on your computer. I'm sure you will.
Thank you very much. Are you a sheltered person like Norm is?
No.
But you know what? Can I say something about Norm that no one knows?
I spend all my days trying to get people to call me back here. I mean, I'm one of these ignored.
Quiet down, Neil. I'm talking.
Super Dave is talking.
Great father.
No, Super Dave is yelling.
I'm telling you that. Well, how else am I going to make my point? Norm is a great father. I don't know if you know that. I'm serious.
I do. And Dylan's a great boy. He looks a lot like Norm did when he was young. That same sort of angelic blonde thing going there, you know.
Okay, take over the show and I'll quiet down. Let's see what happens.
Just a second once.
See if Johnny,
Yeah,
see
go
if
ahead.
Johnny loses the call letters totally.
No, but super.
What?
Neil actually lives in Washington. He doesn't live in Canada.
I'm going to Canada in 2 weeks.
But he lives in Washington.
I haven't lived in Canada for 10 years.
Why do you live in Washington?
Because I'm a foreign correspondent for Canadian television.
Oh, that's a good job.
Yeah, Norm, that is right, Super Dave. It is a good job.
I said it's a good job.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
You didn't mean it.
I did mean it. You know, no one asked you to interpret for me.
I'm just kidding.
This
I'm
is
hurt.
not the match game, my friend.
The match game with Super Dave Osborne. The match game. Neil MacDonald, Washington, D.C. Norm's older brother is a blank.
Hey, Norm, why don't you call me back?
Is a blank. Super Davey is a blank.
Norm, why don't you call? Hey, Berta says happy birthday too. Why don't you call me back?
Oh, give my love to Berta, man. We'll go eat.
Yeah, let's go eat.
Yeah.
And you know what? We'll talk about your brother.
Yeah, Super Dave said he's going to go eat with me like 90 years ago. I've never even met him.
Oh, no kidding. He always says that. That's his line. That's Super's line.
No, it is
Let's
fair.
go eat, and
Yeah.
then you never get a dinner. You're like Red Buttons, you know?
Yeah, that's right. And Red Buttons is dead, Norm.
You're like that.
Red Buttons was waiting for Super to fucking...
Right.
And I never got a dinner.
You know what's funny?
What?
It's not funny. It's not funny.
I'm hurting and I'm angry.
Americans
but this is
are hurting.
not funny.
Right
We're
now,
hurting.
they're angry. They're hurting and they're angry.
We're hurting.
They're angry.
We're angry?
They're hurting.
I'm hurting.
Americans, all right.
I'm hurting.
They're angry.
And I'm angry. We are. We're all hurting and we're angry by all of this.
You know, Norm and I were going to do a radio show,
That's right.
but then Neil wouldn't be a part of it, so we said no.
Neil, why don't you help those guys out with their radio show? Norm, Super Dave, and Neil MacDonald.
Yeah, that's just what they need.
They do. Hey, listen, do you want to say happy birthday to your brother here?
Yeah,
You know, Neil sounds like a good guy. How come you never call him?
Yeah, why don't you ever call your brother? Norm, it's terrible. That's terrible.
No, I'm going to start texting.
No, what?
You do that.
Wait.
I hate that so much.
I want to be
have a
clear.
cell phone. He doesn't have a cell phone. That's nonsense.
You hate texting?
I hate texting. I hate it.
Hey.
I hate people walking around staring at their hand.
Welcome to the 21st century, buddy.
It is.
Yeah, come
I
on.
love texting.
Yeah.
You know why?
Texting?
It's very quick. Right to the point. Get to the point.
What's wrong with talking?
Nah, it's too much trouble. Too much trouble. Norm, wait a minute. You don't have a computer, do you? Or you don't drive a car?
No, I don't.
You don't have a computer?
I have a computer, but I don't...
Say happy birthday to Norm now.
Happy birthday. Berta says happy birthday. Teddy says happy birthday. And Lori Joe says happy birthday. And we hope to see you soon, but we know we won't because we'll call and you won't return our call.
You better return his call, Norm.
Yeah, why don't we have go to dinner?
Yeah.
But that's what I say, and then all I get is that stupid.
You like steak?
Leave a message.
How about you like steak, right?
Yeah, well, where do you want to go?
Houston's?
Let's do it.
Go to Houston's in Century City Plaza.
Yeah, you know that, Houston?
Sure. Yeah, that's where you go.
Did you hear what Johnny B just said?
That's exactly where we're going.
That's when you got to go. Go to the one in Century City
No,
Plaza.
that's where we've gone before. That's why I'm so amazed that you said that. Whenever me and Super Dave get together, we get together at the Century City.
That's where we go.
But are you amazed that Johnny B just said that?
No, Johnny B never, he does things that amaze me all the time. I wish he was back on the air.
Hey, Super, because they have great food at that Houston's.
Oh, my God, yeah.
That's good food.
Artichoke dip.
Artichoke dip, there you
Yeah.
go. Hey, Super, when you guys go, can I go with you guys?
You know how much fun that would be?
Oh, man, but Neil's got to come, though. Really?
Neil will wait on us.
Neil?
How would you like to have Neil as your waiter? I'll have steak. I wouldn't.
I'll have steak? I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Oh, God. All right, Super Dave Osborne and Norm MacDonald appearing
Happy
at
birthday,
Houston's.
And Norm, wish Neil a happy birthday if he has one, okay?
Wait.
Kenny G has a Christmas album out this year. Hey, happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap. Well, next Tuesday is Halloween, or as evil old people know it, Razor Apple Day. According to retailers, the most popular Halloween mask this year is O.J. Simpson. And the most popular Halloween greeting is, I'll kill you and that guy who's bringing over your glasses, or treat.
Ghosts, they don't fucking scare me. I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm a big shot, you know? I mean, I am saying that. I am trying to say that. I'm trying to say I'm a big shot. Now, I'm not trying to say I'm no fucking tough guy, but I am. I'm a fucking tough guy. I'll fucking fight. No. But I'm saying I'm not afraid of ghosts. And I'll tell you why. First of all, they're invisible and shit, and when you, let's say they go to punch you, right? Their fucking hand goes right through your body. So I'm not scared of that fucker. Like, the guy that scares me is the guy that when he punches you and then his hand doesn't fucking disadvantage, it hits you. That fucker, I don't like him. The ghost, I like. And then, like, you know, one time I went to a hotel and they had a fucking ghost. Was there? Is it a ghost? Was there? And you think you wouldn't put that on the front of the hotel? Some people might not show up, not wanting to be haunted by a ghost. But anyways, people would show up at this hotel, and I had to fucking stay there. And anyways, it said there was this woman that was a fucking ghost, and her name was the woman in the blue dress, you know, and she haunted the halls, evidently. Anyways, I thought it was a reckless nickname, first of all. I would have called her the Ghost. I think that was her defining quality, not the... I've seen blue dresses before, nothing terrifying about them. But, anyways. So the ghost shows up, and what is the ghost really? All they can do is fucking startle you. You're like, ah! What the fuck? Oh, I hear a ghost, you know. What are you going to do, hang around all the time? They're like, ah! You're like, yeah, okay. Because at first you'd be startled, but by, 6 months, you're like, ah, yeah, you scared me. How you doing? I was scared again. They're like, ah! You're like, yeah. Why are you still here? I forgot. And they're whiny, those fucking ghosts, aren't they? Jesus, goddamn. They're always like, I've got to stay here. And you're like, why? And they're like, because unfinished business. I must come to peace with it. And then you're like, what about me, you fucker? I got the same problems as you, except you can walk through the fucking walls. I'd much rather be you, a ghost. Anyway. And of course, the most frightening is the Count Dracula, that fucker, the vampire. No, the vampire does not. The vampire is the oddest one to me because they go, listen, the fucking vampire is around today. I heard he was around. So we gotta get shit, garlic and all this other shit and everything, and silver bullets, and then we get a 2x6 and hew it, so we get the proper. And then we get a fucking wooden mallet. We got, as the beast descends upon us, we must strike him, in the center of his chest and explode his heart and kill this ancient plague, Because if we don't, if we make one small mistake, he'll bite our necks, and then we'll be immortal. What? What was that last part? What? I didn't hear the last part. And they bite your neck, and you get to be a cool vampire forever. Unless someone tricks you and makes you a pile of dust, which would also be a cool way to go out. But you get to be a vampire, and then you're sexy. So vampires are now sexy, which is cool, Women love vampires. You probably love vampires, right? I don't know what it is, but man, women love vampires like babies love stray dogs. You know, they touch them somewhere deep within their soul. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what it is. I'm no doctor. Sometimes I claim to be a doctor, but it's all in good fun. Enjoy performing experiments on the human body sometimes, and if you like that sort of thing, you have to pretend to be a doctor. Pretty well the only way they'll let you do it. I have the suit at home. Anyway.
In my opinion, if we're going to fight the war on terror, a good place to start would be our country's haunted houses.
When I was a kid, I went to the haunted house at the state fair, and my dad did not want to pay the 50 cents to get in to the haunted house. And it was like this trailer with ghosts and stuff. And my dad goes, "That's no goddamn haunted house." So I'm like, "Sure it is." He goes, "No, it's not. It's got wheels on it. It drives around. The ghosts will come right out." It was like ruined it for me. Whatever.
So, unless you've been living under a rock, Star Wars. I do not understand why people stand in line for days and days and days. They can't see the movie in 2 weeks. I mean, they don't have jobs. In any event, so I went to see Star Wars. I have never seen any of the Star Wars, and I felt terrible about it until I learned that
I never saw it. Never saw the first one.
I never saw any of them.
No.
You never saw anything? You never wanted to see Star Wars?
No, I never liked them. I don't like those science fiction because my dad always hated them. And you know how you try to be what your dad, you try to be, you know what I mean? And I remember when I was a kid, I watched that Twilight Zone. Remember that show?
Yeah.
And oh my God, my dad hated it because it was too fantastical, and he thought I should be doing the chores. And I remember one time, me and my brother were watching Star Wars.
All I said was, have you ever seen Star Wars?
Goes on. That's Norm.
We only have 2 more minutes.
I was just giving you a little backstory. But me and my brother were watching the Twilight Zone, and then my dad walked by, and we were watching, and we were all excited about this Twilight Zone. And then my dad walked by, and he looked at like the screen, and he said, "I suppose this one's a goddamn ghost."
Oh, well, that was funny. Okay. Anyway, we're going to give our quick review.
I love Norm. Norm is from my home country, Canada, and from my home club, Yuck Yucks. And I've worked with him many times. Norm had one of the funniest stories he ever told on The Tonight Show about his father. Do you know about his father and Bill Cosby?
No.
No, not his. He told this on The Tonight Show. He told a story. It's one of my favorite stories because it's real, again. Bill Cosby was on SNL as a guest host when Norm was there. And he tells a story about his dad got him into comedy. Norm MacDonald's dad would sit him down. Every time there was a comedian on The Tonight Show or wherever, he would sit him down and make him watch. And they would watch Cosby together. Cosby stand up and they would laugh. That was his father and him bonding moment, and maybe the reason he got into comedy. So when Cosby was on the show, he went up and he said, "Mr. Cosby, you know, I just want to tell you that I think you're the reason I'm in comedy. You are my dad's favorite comedian, and he used to make me sit down in front of the TV and watch you, and that's what inspired me to go into comedy, but you're his favorite." And Cosby says to him, "Where are you from?" And he goes, "I'm from Ottawa, Canada." And Cosby says, "I'm playing Ottawa. I'm on tour. I'm going to be playing Ottawa in 2 weeks. Give me your dad's number. I'll call him, and I'll bring him to the show." And Norm goes, "That's amazing." He goes, "What's his number?" And he wrote down his number, and then he walked away and he started sweating. And one of his friends said to him, "What's wrong, Norm?" He goes, "Well, I told him that story. And then once he said, I'm going to call him, I was too uncomfortable to tell him my father died 5 years ago." So I just wrote down a bullshit number, and that's it. And they go, "How could you do that, Norm?" 2 weeks goes by. Norm is sitting in his office. They get a call. They said, "Norm, Bill Cosby is on line 2. This is 2 weeks later. And he picks up the phone and he goes, "Yeah," he goes, "Listen, I'm in Ottawa and your dad's not answering. They said that this number is disconnected that you gave me." What is his number? And I can't remember for the life of me the end of the story, but Norm was stuck on the phone and he didn't want to say, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that he's dead. Like, at what point do you kind of break this to Bill Cosby? It was one of the funniest, real, uncomfortable, and that kind of comedy is the kind of comedy that when people are uncomfortable. And when Norm MacDonald told that real life story, it's really funny, but oh my God, his father's dead. He's in a, it's
How do you get out of that?
Yeah, there was no way.
Was there an ending?
I can't remember the ending, and I wasn't prepared for this story, and I remember I hear it a lot. I'm just kind of bowled over by the loss of somebody younger than me.
I had maybe the greatest Bill Cosby story ever.
Really?
And now it's not in the top 10,000. Because I'll tell people the story.
Right.
And then I'll constantly be interrupted by, and then did he rape you? I'm like, he didn't ever rape me. It had nothing to do with the story.
One of the nicest, most genuine, authentic people I've been watching over and over again. One of my favorite moments of his is in 1998. In January 7th, if you look it up, January 7th, 1998, he did the Letterman show. That is the day that he got fired from Weekend Update.
Right.
And he wouldn't say anything negative. Letterman did many, many times to him in his face. But he first of all, he was fired. He still showed up and did this appearance. If you got fired off your main event, I doubt you would want to
promote it
and be out in public.
Right.
And that's all they talked about. And he would not say, Letterman was going, what kind of idiot would fire you? No, he's a very nice man. He was a nice man. He just didn't like he would not besmirch the guy that made
class act.
The most classy.
Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah.
And it occurred to me, and I was talking to my buddies on a text chain the other day, a bunch of comics, and I said, this wasn't Norm's time. He didn't want to live in a world of Don Ohlmeyers. Everyone trying to cancel everybody.
Right.
It was interesting that he's gone now.
So you went on there and told that story, and then Dave was kidding you about Don Ohlmeyer, et cetera, as I
Right.
recall.
Dave was much more upset about it than me. Because Dave wasn't under the influence of Xanax.
I wonder if he's doing it now. Up there. Up there. She's up there too.
My favorite of all of the hosts of these types of shows is
what's his name?
Is the host of Deal or No Deal, Howie.
Oh, Howie.
Yeah. He's the most amazing. Even though he's a comedian, he does it. And I'm going to tell you that you are in a moment.
Yeah, and he still gets us every week.
Every time.
Every week.
I told you before the show I was going to, because you know so much about George Burns, I was going to tell you this joke that I heard George Burns tell, and I simply don't understand it. This was the joke by George Burns that he said was his favorite joke of all time. Okay, so here it is. Maybe you've heard it. There's a vaudeville act, and they're two guys, and they're in a bar, and they see their comedic hero sitting at the bar, So they walk up to him and they go, my God, it's so great to see you. This is such a pleasure. He says, fellas, it's not a good time. I just lost my wife this morning. And the vaudeville guy goes, oh, we know how you feel. We lost our trunk on the way here.
There was a great actor, and his name was Wilton LaCoy, and he's a Broadway actor. And every summer, he would play about 8 weeks of vaudeville. And he was a tremendous actor, like John Barrymore. And he played Cincinnati. And the Cincinnati was on the bill with a little act called Brown and Williams, a skating act. And when they saw Wilton LaCoy, they were flabbergasted. I never thought they'd play on the bill with LaCoy. And you rehearse about 11 o'clock in the morning, and then you do your show in the afternoon. And after rehearsal, LaCoy went into the bar to have a drink. And Brown and Williams went into the bar to have a drink, and they saw LaCoy, and they were thrilled, and they went over and says, Mr. LaCoy, it's a pleasure for us to be on the bill with you. And he says, thank you, boys. And he said, and Brown said, we'd deem it a pleasure if we could buy you a drink. And Lakai said, thanks, fellas, but I'd rather drink alone. I just got a wire saying I lost my mother. And Brown says, we know just the way you feel. Our trunk is missing.
Yeah,
I get the joke.
You get that? Yeah.
Okay, well, let me explain something
Okay,
to
I
you
would
that
like-
perhaps you may have missed.
Yeah.
And there's no reason you would ever know it. When you're in vaudeville, the trunk is your whole life.
It's for all the props and everything.
All the props, all your costumes, all your makeup. If you have no trunk, you cannot do your act.
Oh.
So it's an inside show business joke. This is the greatest Jew joke I've ever heard that I love. You're not going to get it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
But that's the joke, is that you won't get it.
He's Jewish.
Are you Jewish?
Yeah.
Okay, then you'll get it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Half Jewish.
No, I'm full.
Full Jewish.
Full Jewish. All right. Then, but you're young, so you might not get it.
Maybe.
Okay, so here's the joke.
Holocaust denier.
Awesome.
I'm not going to hold that against you.
I'm surprised this guy's still on the air. He's a Holocaust denier.
Oh, well, I'll have another one for you tonight. Soon as we leave here.
Here's the joke. Now, the setup of the joke is it's a Jew joke.
Okay.
Two Gentile businessmen meet on the street. One of them says, how's business? The other one says, great. See, he gets it. He really got it. He really liked it.
Yeah.
There's so many jokes about Jews, Jews, and Jews. I was delighted to come across a series of Gentile jokes. I don't know if they've made their way around here. Gentile jokes? Two Gentile men meet on the street. One says to the other, understand you have your own business. How are things going? The other says, terrific, thank you.
So the joke is about who doesn't get it. Go back to the trunk joke. That's part of what makes the joke funny. He's Jewish, he gets it. You're not, you don't.
But I don't believe he got it.
Oh, yeah, he got it. He got it.
Can we find out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell Norm why that's funny.
Because it's two Jews and how's business? Great.
Well, that's just what he said.
No, it's two Gentile businessmen.
Oh, yeah, I don't
That's what's funny about
it. I knew he didn't get it. I can spot fake laughter.
It's two Jews, that is never going to be the answer.
Because they're going to be.
No matter how business is, they're all going to complain.
It's going to be fucking 20-minute reasons.
Okay, you just fucking saying it 2 seconds after he says it. Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
And here
do you like the joke?
Yes,
though?
I do like it.
It's a funny joke. How much do you make doing this?
You know, zero. Don't make it sound.
Come on, you got to get something.
Don't make it funny. I think these fellas do over here.
Yes.
No comedian shows up anywhere for nothing.
Gentile. NORM MACDONALD Live premiered over 2 years ago. One thing has remained consistent throughout. Jokes. So we're going to do some jokes with, this is a rather troublesome thing I've got to address. This was in Adam Eagle's dressing room. If you can read it, it says, ISIS hunting permit.
It's not mine. I don't know. It's not mine.
Whether or not it's yours, you were defending it earlier when we talked about it just now. I said, what does this mean even? ISIS hunting permit. Everyone would want to kill ISIS. And then you said, no, I wouldn't want to kill ISIS.
I don't. No, I think you're.
What did you say just now?
No, I'm saying that. First of all, it doesn't make sense.
When I said ISIS hunting permit, I said, wait, does that mean ISIS hunting permit? Does that mean that this is supposed to be taken as some sort of redneck thing?
Yeah, it seems like it would be on like
Why would this be a
redneck
redneck thing?
Well, it just seems typical of something you'd see on the back of a pickup
right,
truck.
but I said after that, I said, but no, everyone would want to kill ISIS. And then what did you say?
I think that it's just, the thing is that somebody would use that as permission to
kill Muslims, just because they couldn't differentiate between who is ISIS and
Why
who
would
is,
they not say Muslim hunting permit?
Well, because they sort of look at all Muslims as being ISIS. You know, that's the problem when people want to deport all the Muslims from America. They think that they're all part of ISIS, when in truth they're not. They're not at all.
Okay. Yes.
You know, it's like saying somebody like Timothy McVeigh is all Christians.
Yeah, I've read some figures about 80% of a lot of these nations don't agree with it. They're against ISIS.
Well spoken.
The point, I don't know where you found it. It's not from my dressing room. I don't have a dressing room.
Well, who
It's not
cares
from
about
my
a dressing
car.
room? We're talking about it. Did you hear what?
Yes, I agree with everything Margaret just said. 1,000%.
Yes, I mean I don't disagree. I think ISIS is terrible.
Absolutely.
And everybody here listed, Boko Haram in particular, I have a lot of rage towards. However, somebody would take this in the wrong way. I mean, somebody would look at this and think of it as permission to kill all Muslims, which is sort of a sentiment that's going around in conservative circles, which is not the right way to look at Muslim America.
Yeah. It's like after 9/11, people were shooting Sikhs, people from India who had nothing to
do.
Yeah.
And it's just this unawareness of
It's ignorance.
people who are different from them. Not even different in
Well, I
America.
can't say my friend's name, but he said his biggest fear is that ISIS or some terrorist group like that would get a hold of a dirty bomb and explode it over a major city within the United States and kill tens of millions of people. Because then the blowback against innocent Muslims would be absolutely terrible.
Yeah, that's right.
That's true.
All right, let's do some jokes.
That went well.
These broken pieces I hold in my hands don't have a chance to mend at all. Before they get thrown into chaos again, I try to pretend I'm whole enough to stand in this world so unsteady.
Josh.
Now, this is a great joke. This is, I think, just a classic joke. This may have been written by, who's this new boy that I've taken quite an unhealthy interest with?
Black.
Huh?
Scott Black.
Scott Black. Black.
It's the rules. It's how to capture a man's heart, and it's for women. And it says all these rules that you have to follow, and you will capture a man's heart. And the rule number 1: have huge breasts. Yeah, that guy likes it. Yeah, because apparently men love women with huge breasts. They do. They like that. That's what they say. Not this character over here, Andy. Newlyweds Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson had their first argument this week. He wants kids, while she wants fake kids. Pop singer Madonna was outraged this week when a tabloid photographer snapped her picture while she was breastfeeding her new baby. Apparently, the baby was blocking her nipple. Connecticut legislatures are about to pass a law that would make it illegal to prohibit breastfeeding in public. Then, hopefully, these legislatures will also change the fascist law that the person being breastfed in public has to be a baby. Michael Jackson has reportedly stepped right into his new role as a dad, spending many hours a day with his newborn son, doing the changing, the burping, even the breastfeeding. So, it's nice when a fella does that. Asked recently what will set his new Batman film apart from its predecessors, Batman and Robin director Joel Schumacher said, quote, "In this one, all the costumes will have nipples." Note to self, do not watch the next Batman and Robin. Well, Premiere Magazine's list of the 100 most powerful people in Hollywood hit the newsstands this month. In an odd bit of ranking, Demi Moore was ranked number 28, while her breasts were ranked 20 and 21. So, in an interview out this week, Demi Moore says she would like to have another baby, this time a boy, to go along with her 3 daughters and 2 huge breasts. Demi Moore is wrapped filming on G.I. Jane, in which she plays a Navy SEAL combat officer. Moore says that in contrast to other Hollywood portrayals of women in the military, her character will have giant breasts. Actor Bruce Willis is filming his next movie, The Broadway Brawler, in Wilmington, Delaware. Meanwhile, his wife, Demi Moore, is taking a break from movie work, saying she wants to spend more time with her huge breasts.
Connected to our senses. Found a way to let you share.
Who do you think is attractive?
I like Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh, come on.
You don't like her?
Come on.
You don't like Anna Nicole Smith?
Come on, she's gotten heavy. He's putting me on.
No, I'm not. I saw a picture of her recently where she was really, really fat, where she didn't look good.
Right, but you're talking about years ago when she was thin. Oh, okay.
Not that long ago. Yeah, a couple of years ago.
So you like big breasts?
Yeah, I like big breasts.
Does your wife have big breasts?
She has normal size breasts.
What, C cups?
I don't know. I hear you talking about those. I don't follow those.
You're in bad shape. Do you like Sally Struthers too?
Oh, I did.
You
yeah.
did, right? Yeah, that's your type.
Oh my
like
God,
blonde
I
and
love
buxom.
Sally Struthers.
Not anymore though.
What?
Well,
What?
you don't like her anymore.
No, I don't like her with the flies around her.
It's kind of a turn off.
And lastly, Weekend Update has been part of SNL for 46 seasons. And here I'd like to pay tribute to one of the best we ever had, Norm MacDonald. Thank you.
Are you planning any tribute to Norm MacDonald? And can you tell us about how much he's impacted you and the staff and everything, just his legacy?
I think he meant the world to the people there. I can tell you from just the number of people I've heard from, the number of people that have gone and talked about Norm. All of us had, when you work with somebody for that many years and they make you laugh and you're aware of who they are as a person and as a friend, I think Norm was one of the funniest people I've ever known, and because he's Canadian, I'd put him right there up in the top 5.
Say this is an award for late night comedy. No one was funnier in the last 20 years than Norm MacDonald on late night comedy. So if you have any time in the next week, do what I did and just spend time YouTubing clips of Norm and Conan, because it just doesn't get better than that. Thanks so much.
Hi, honey. Yeah, I just got it. It's terrific. It looks like some kind of a bird in a tree. Oh, you don't say, a partridge, huh? Well, it's great. Well, of course it was a surprise, honey. I was expecting a hat. Well, you know I have been dropping some broad hints about maybe getting a hat. Oh, no, this is much better. It's like 2 gifts in one. I mean, I get the partridge, and I get a tree.
We now return to 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, as read by Norm MacDonald.
'Twas the night before Christmas. Wait, 'twas? What's 'twas? Is that short for it was? What kind of rush are you in, man? You can't just say it was. Oh, you saved a lot of time there, fella. Oh, don't come at me with that it was stuff. I got things to do. Got to get down to the donut shop. You know, 2 days ago, I was at the donut shop, and I said, hey, donut guy, you got anything warm back there? He says, try the fritters. They were. They were? What does that even mean? They were. You must mean twere. The fritters twere warm. What's that?
We're out of time. Oh. I'm fired. Hey, you know O.J. Simpson is a wife-beating murderer, right? Oh, right. Was. 'Twas!
Connected to our senses. Found a way to let you in.
My family comes from Russia. They're Russian Jews.
Russian at Jews is more like it. One of the biggest anti-Semites I've ever met.
Russian away from
I had a
Jews.
bar mitzvah.
What?
I had a bar mitzvah, Norm.
Yeah. You did?
Yeah.
Wait, are you Jewish?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm kidding. I love the Jewish people. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a half a Jew and a half a self-hating Jew.
That's called anti-Semite.
An anti-Semite, yeah. He's a half a proud Jew and half a virulent anti-Semite. So
Disagree.
He's conflicted. He's a virulent anti-Semite. That's come out on the show.
Had a bar mitzvah.
But there's never anything about
Virulent?
Well, he's a
Is that a
Holocaust
word?
denier.
Oh.
I know you're very good friends with David Irving, the author, who he reads constantly.
Yeah, I'm not friends with David Irving.
Do you know that he, though, is a revisionist?
Oh, you're a revisionist?
Well, he's a denier, Holocaust denier. But he's never read David Irving because he said he's too smart. And I tell him, well, David Irving would be your biggest ally, you know what I mean, instead of these morons. You knew David Irving instantly when I said it, as if you're his best friend. He's Jewish.
Are you Jewish?
Yeah.
Okay, then you'll get it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Half Jewish.
No, I'm full.
Full Jewish.
Full Jewish. All right, then. But you're young, so you might not get it.
Maybe.
Okay, so here's the joke.
Holocaust denier.
I'm also.
I'm not going to hold that against you.
Thank you. Totally agree. 30 kids. Oh, was it 50?
Something like that.
Insane.
Some people they deserve capital.
No. Getting the
Are you
numbers.
anti-capital punishment or something?
No, I'm pro-capital punishment, but this guy starts talking numbers and deaths. Be careful, because it always gets back to the Holocaust denier. What?
What do you mean when you say stripped of everything?
Don't start this again. Please don't start this again. He doesn't believe in the whatever.
I never got to go to
He
camp.
doesn't believe in the Holocaust.
I never went to camp when I was a kid. Is that a good change of subject?
He doesn't believe that the Holocaust happened.
Do you not believe that?
I had a bar mitzvah again.
Why would you have a bar mitzvah if you didn't believe the Holocaust happened?
Jesus, every time.
I'm surprised this guy's still on the air. He's a Holocaust denier.
Oh, well, I'll have another one for you tonight. Soon as we leave here.
He's a revisionist, a Holocaust denier.
Oh, God. Wow, you feel better. All of a sudden.
Wait, is it? Are you or not?
I had a bar mitzvah. Yeah, I had a bar mitzvah. I'm full Jew.
What do you think about guys like this, though?
This guy?
Yeah,
he seems like
comes around. This is his little joke against the
Roses.
poor masses that came out of a chimney.
Being from Manchester, this has nothing to do with the Holocaust.
I didn't bring up the Holocaust.
You did.
I love the fact you sort of gleefully said, I didn't bring up the Holocaust. I normally do by mistake, but today, didn't even bring it up.
I know what a Passover Seder is, but the worst Passover Seder is when you're there and this guy is talking about the smokestacks of Birkenau not being true.
Because he doesn't think it's true.
There's no way I would bring that up at Pesach then.
You can't ignore this fucker when he starts talking about the smokestacks at Auschwitz and how the shadows couldn't make sense and all this shit.
Oh, I had a
The Holocaust.
Really answers me. You can't too ignore him. I ignore this motherfucker.
He said, how could there be poison, a poison gas? I don't know much about the Holocaust, but what did they have inside the...
The two of you together just are really giving a great homage to that whole time.
Inside the gas chambers, they put a certain type of gas. Zyklon 5. Zyklon gas.
There's a number.
The guards would open the door and get the Zyklon all over their hand and die also. How would that not
Maybe
happen?
there was a sub-door.
But he had another thing.
I don't want to make pretend we're some...
He said when the Allied planes came over, they have pictures apparently of the smokestacks, and he said the smokestacks drop a shadow. The smokestacks that we all know spewed out the sad remains of human souls that once had dreams and once loved. He says it's all a bunch of horse shit. He tells me this big story about how the pictures from the planes on Dachau and stuff don't show enough. The chimney is not long enough. It doesn't cast a long shadow enough to have possibly been big enough to service the killing machine of Hitler. That's what he told me.
I've been saying that for years.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you finally found someone to agree with you. I just don't know how 6 million people disappear from the face of the earth.
Ask this motherfucker. He's the one that thinks that it didn't happen.
Well,
Was
this is the closest I've seen to him admitting to the Holocaust, where he said, I think people have died. He's like, 6 million, 600, what's the difference? I'm like, oh.
Well, there's a lot of difference.
There's a
Adam.
huge difference. Listen, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I say 6 million, he says 600. You say probably a number in between there somewhere.
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind.
It happened.
Fire pit, fire pit, fire pit, fire pit, fire pit.
He goes, it happened, but he goes, the numbers are all right, all wrong. And then he goes, the other night he goes, 600 or 6 million, it's still terrible. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
That's not really
all right.
Please
Listen,
tell me that's
I just
not
want to
true.
say, I just want to say a few things. I don't have a manager. I don't have an agent. I did
Yeah,
have
I
a
guess
bar
you
mitzvah.
don't.
I'm
Maybe you
not a
would if
Holocaust
you.
denier.
Maybe you would if you didn't fucking. He thinks he's going to get a manager and an agent, Jew, with that kind of shit. And a lot of homosexuals died in the fucking camps too. Let's not forget.
Norm, shut up.
Well, I'm serious.
What do you think? I have more empathy now?
No, I'm saying.
Oh,
you
there were
should be more-
homosexuals.
you
What
should-
happened?
you should-
What happened? I thought there was just Jews. You're telling me there were homosexuals were in with those Jews? We got to do something. There's not enough documentaries.
By the way, I saw that film that you recommended me that you called a fantasy, Shoah. Horrifying.
You really don't like Showa?
Shame. Shame.
Can't win them all.
Fantasy indeed.
Somebody's using the word Holocaust for a joke.
That's
It's
terrible.
that Chelsea
Chelsea
girl.
Handler.
Yeah, she's got a guy and they love Holocaust, the word.
God, what is
with
that?
With that dwarf she's got with it, a misshapen dwarf.
Yeah, and he's
they
not
love
a white.
Holocaust.
He's not a white man either.
No.
And they do Holocaust humor.
Yeah, and I keep, why does she keep repeating that joke?
God, even that word.
Terrible thing to bring up, yeah.
God Almighty.
Yeah.
I would agree.
All right, I apologize to all the viewers.
I'm not an apologist.
You are an apologist.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back right after this with the Norm MacDonald.
You're taking a break?
What? We take breaks. The mics are off. Don't worry.
Wait, is this King of the Road?
Well, that's French. Ring, die, die. I could sing this song.
It's King of the Road.
Yeah. It's in another language. Okay, fade that out.
Are you really good at finding things quickly? Get Roger Miller's King of the Road English version. I'm going to point out an incredible line in it.
All right. I like this. I like taking songs that no one knows the meaning of them. And this first one, I don't know. You guys might go, yeah, Todd, everybody knows that. But I didn't know the Pina Colada song, what that meant.
Oh,
Do you
yes. I just played that on something because I got them to play the whole thing on that stupid man cow, and he still didn't understand. Let's listen to this song.
Can you? So for the hey,
wait, Todd, do you mean like you didn't understand the story?
I didn't understand.
No, well, most people you just hear the.
Do you like Pina Colada? That's all. I heard.
They don't realize it's about adultery.
Yeah.
It's about a guy, but
It's
here's
the strangest adultery story ever.
But here's the part with that song that I always realized. This is if it did ever happen. So for the people that don't know, let me fill them in real quick. So basically, it's saying, a guy takes an ad out, And for the people that know, they're like, Todd.
First, he sees an ad in the paper,
and it
because
says,
he goes, me and my old lady, things were getting kind of dull. It's like, huh? Called her his old lady.
Yeah, that's the problem. You call her the old lady. No respect at all. Hey, me and my old lady were having problems. Yeah, because you're a fucking idiot.
You want to take any responsibility for this at all?
No, it's my old lady.
So as she lays sleeping, he scours the personal ads.
Oh God, scouring.
Yeah,
and then
it's an ugly.
So
image.
go explain the song.
And then
quickly.
he finds it one, and the text of it is, if you like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain. If you like something else, walking in the sand, whatever.
Yeah. It's enough. I get it.
Romantic things people like, then you're like me, So he goes, this is the lady for me, not this hag of a wife, not my old lady.
Hey, this is somebody that he really should be with.
Yeah, it's soulmate out there.
They should meet.
His soulmate. So so then he goes, well, I'll put an ad in the paper. I don't know why. He could have just phoned the number, but he put an ad the next week that said, hey, I like pina colada. He answered her.
Right. Yeah. I like walks in the rain. And then basically what
it's more
it says
romantic
is
that way.
We decided to meet on O'Malley's. We would meet. And then it says I saw her. And who was it? It was my
lovely
wife.
lady. Now she's a lovely lady.
Yeah. Yeah, he got nervous, didn't he, when he fucking saw her?
Now, it was my lovely lady, and she looked at me, and then their reaction is the funniest. They start laughing.
Yes, that's all what we just went through is worth that I wanted to talk about what you just said. Yes. Dude, think about what happened that night. Like, if that really did happen, well, basically you could say it's a love story about two people that realize the person you're meant to be with, you're with.
No, but he also says, he goes, and then I said, I didn't know you like pina coladas. How this escaped him for the fucking 30 years he's been with his old lady.
He never took a vacation near a bar.
Caught in the rain. Yeah.
So there's that. That explains that song. So did you find the other version that he was looking for?
Okay, so it's you can speed it. You can play it in about the middle. Trailer sale for. We could just play it. Children in all of their names in the town where he just showed up on a train.
That's not true, probably, right?
It's just
really
disturbing.
Like, I can understand he knows every engineer and where you can get a free meal, But all of a sudden,
every lady
he knows every child's name and where they live.
No.
So the police would go, were you in, were you in town last week? Like, a boy's body was found in a third boxcar 4 miles down.
What's his name?
He had to have been leaving a lot of child corpses along the way. When he knew the names and where they lived, he knew where they lived.
All right, he is the anchor of Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update. He also does a mean Bob Dole. Is there any other kind? Norm MacDonald. Hey, buddy. Thank you for coming. He's a rock and roller who sold over 45 million records. He could kick Slim Whitman's ass. Our very own favorite bat out of hell, Meatloaf, is right over there. How are you? Welcome to California. Thank you. Hi, kids. All right. Well, all right. Now, you're a musician. Did you watch the American Music Awards last night?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, you should have. It was on this network. Well, I watched that last night, and I watched the Super Bowl, of course, like every other red-blooded American the day before. And I was thinking maybe I'd get an acclamation from this panel right to start off. Could we have people in show business and sports stop thanking God for what they do? God could give a rat's ass if you won an award or won a game. Like God cares about winning.
No, wait a second.
That's not what God's about, right?
The Cowboys are playing.
Well, I thought God was very, you know, God is fair. I would say if you're God, right, I would say one of your qualities would be fairness, right?
Above all others.
Yeah. And I thought this was a very fair Super Bowl because Green Bay won by exactly 14 points.
They covered the spread, in other words, right?
Exactly. Nobody won, nobody lost.
Well, what does that have to do with God?
I don't know.
But you know what I mean? Everybody gets up there, and the first thing they say is, thank God, I want to thank God. But I don't see that God is involved. I think it's their hubris to even say such a thing.
I think it's wonderful that they have faith in God, and they look to Him for everything to do.
I agree with you, Linda.
Oh.
By that.
In fact, I thank God that I'm here tonight with you, Bill.
But by the same
Don't you think so? I think so. Hallelujah, we're here tonight. Hallelujah.
He hopped up on goofball. I think.
But by the same token, the Patriots should lose their faith in God now.
Exactly.
They're being tested.
I think that God has partisan. I mean,
I don't think God watched the American Music Awards.
Exactly. I mean, he didn't get to where he is by giving a damn about. The other thing is, how about this showboating that they all do? That these players, they celebrate the most inconsequential accomplishments. A guy puts on his chin strap and he's running around and routine tackles and plays. Now, my question here is also the dancing, you know. Now, let's be honest. In that Super Bowl, the only white guy dancing was Fred Astaire.
With a broom.
Right.
You know they're not getting paid for dancing.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
the white guys
professional
can't
sport.
dance. They probably couldn't do
Yeah.
that. I mean, that
They do
shuffle,
chickens and gooses and things like that.
The white guys?
Yeah, Tony Saraguso, who plays for the Indianapolis Colts. He does the goose. That's where he gets his name. Somebody from Indianapolis.
But do you think that's more of a black thing? I mean, is it a black thing
They
that
do
we
it
don't?
better.
What?
They do
No,
it
they're just better dancers.
Yeah, they're better. And I think, you know
Goose
what?
really wants to dance. Go ahead.
What?
I think it's appropriate. I like it. It's a celebration. They're happy. They're having a good time. They're number one. They're, you know, they're
I mean,
good.
I think you can go too far. I think, you know, when you dance in the end zone, that's fine. When you bump heads with others. But, you know, sometimes, you know, I heard about one guy killed his wife and a waiter. You know what I mean?
You're referring to O.J. Simpson.
I'm not good with names. I just heard the story.
And there is another big sports story in the news. It was last week, a football player named Walt Sweeney. Do you remember him playing? You're a big fan. No? I don't either. But
Yeah,
you know? Okay, who did he play for? The Chargers, I think? All right. Okay. Anyway, he played 20 years ago, and he sued the NFL, and he won. The judge awarded him a couple of $1 million, and he said when he played, they made him take amphetamines and painkillers so he'd get out there, and they encouraged drinking to be one of the boys, and now he's a drug addict from this stuff. That's what he said. He said his life has stood still for 20 years, and he's got the big mutton chop sideburns to prove it. And he's going to get money for this, and somebody else is going to take responsibility. Anybody
Yeah.
against
I always have something to say, Bill. No, am I against it? No, I'm not against it.
Really?
No.
You're
Because
not against what?
I'm not against the court awarding him $2 million. Because if you played football in that era, you ever heard anybody say, and everybody here said it, I don't know what I would do if I wasn't doing what I'm doing. And
Yes,
it holds
I've heard
really
that.
true for professional football players. And in that era, they wasn't making that much money compared to what they do now. Steve Young, how much does Steve Young make a year?
Oh, lots.
A lot. Well, he took 20 cortisone shots at halftime in the Philadelphia game.
Who did?
Steve Young.
20 cortisone?
20 cortisone shots in his ribs.
Wow. His ribs must have been really high.
Yeah. So, this guy...
But that's his choice.
I understand that. I understand that, but he wanted to play, right?
But in 20 years, he could say, you guys got me hooked. But it was his choice to play. And isn't it the same with this guy, Walt Sweeney?
But he's being paid to play.
He's being paid, right. He's being...
Right?
I agree.
He's being paid to play. In that era, if you didn't take the drugs, you weren't going to be paid to play anymore.
You just said, I don't know whether you're arguing the meat or the loaf here, because you're...
I think I said the same thing at the same time.
I'm confused.
Are you confused? Did I confuse myself?
You're saying it's a matter of choice.
Exactly.
Bottom line.
But it's not really a matter of choice. I agree with Meatloaf.
Did some of them turn it down?
That's easy, since, like our president, he's on both sides of the issue.
No, I'm not on both sides.
He's saying that you really have no choice. You have to do this to stay competitive.
Oh,
I ran track when I was a kid.
Oh, don't brag.
And when it started, when I ran track, I was good. And then all of a sudden, people started jabbing what they told me was B12 into their ass. And it turned out to be steroids, but I didn't know that.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, and then
and they did this to you?
No, they didn't. They didn't jam anything in my ass. But all the guys were jamming B12 in their ass. I shouldn't be saying jamming. They were injecting.
This is
Anyway.
the peacock syndrome in action right here.
But he would not have played had he not taken the painkillers.
Well, what
you see North Dallas 40?
Yes, I did.
That was that was some kind of Hollywood exaggeration, but I think it was close to the truth.
But the implications for the rest of society are tremendous in this. Isn't that true?
I agree. I have to believe there are some that turned down the drugs, that didn't take them.
Yeah, and they don't play.
Well, we don't know. I'd like to hear,
No, I'm telling you, they don't play.
Well, that should be illegal.
Would you feel differently if it was, say, a college football player 20 years later said, I'm illiterate because I played ball and they kept passing me through? Would you feel differently about it? Is it the drug issue, or is it the idea that somebody just went along?
I think that's a good analogy, but... But first of all, that's college. I mean, you are paying a college to educate you. So if they really, if they tried to and you just didn't do it, that's your personal responsibility.
So it's down to personal responsibility for
I
you,
think it is a
bottom line.
personal responsibility case. What about the hundreds and hundreds of football players who aren't suing, who did this? Why? How come their lives were able to go
Some people have more of an addictive personality than others.
And the rest of us should pay for that?
Yeah, I think the guy with the really addictive personality is the one you should give $1.8 million to.
In all walks of life, forget football. Right. Aren't people compromising every day to keep their jobs?
But couldn't Jan Michael Vincent say show business made me what I am today? Right? Show business makes people do terrible things. Like be on this show. All right, we're out of time in this area. We'll come back and talk about...
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind.
Military, well, because an important ruling came down last week from federal judge Shira Scheindlin, who said that they could now buy at the PX on the base dirty magazine, if you will. Big military support here. Yeah. It's a big military state.
There's some deprived military personnel we can see.
She also included videos in the ruling saying they were also protected by free speech, although the plots were kind of thin. No, anyway, it was called the act that she overturned was called the Military Honor and Decency Act, which for years had banned the selling of this kind of material because they said in that act that they thought it would encourage sexual harassment When now some people are saying maybe the opposite is true. A quick session with the pet of the month, and maybe that soldier is...
Yeah. You get sleepy. Don't you get sleepy?
What do you mean?
You don't want to rape somebody when you're sleepy.
Why are you sleepy?
Well, after you watch the porno. Listen, I like...
Norm, you have a strange metabolism.
Maybe it's those B12 shots you got.
Right. No,
You're in high school.
I like porno as much as the next guy, you know? And I probably like it... I probably like it 100 times as much as the next guy. But although, you know, I have been watching... this is amazing, because porno is my favorite kind of movie to watch. And yet... I've seen some pornos lately that my buddies have shown me. Have you seen these ones with all male casts? Gay pornos, they're called. These things are horrible. And there's thousands of them. They make thousands of them. They have not made one good one. And I'll tell you what the problem with it is. Quite seriously.
Yes, sir.
Quite seriously, the problem with these gay pornos, and every one, guys having sex with each other. Who the hell wants to see that, you know?
Maybe you're shopping in the wrong section of the store.
It's not for me.
I wonder if they can't have those in the military base then.
But
don't ask, don't tell, don't watch.
Right. That's an interesting question. I don't know if this ruling includes gay material on the base. Do you know?
Well, you know, it's really ironic at a time when they're trying to sensitize the soldiers. They're sending them to training on how to treat women with respect, and now they're stocking the PXs with porno magazines. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's a mixed message, wouldn't you say?
Why?
Well, because these magazines degrade women. They do.
And I'll say one thing.
Why don't you just stand up for this segment? You know, like in the...
This is a little warning for people. Playgirl magazine has not got any girls in it.
I give up.
No, please, this hunk is done. But I don't see what you say. But they don't all degrade. You don't think Playboy
Well, I
degrades
don't look
women,
at
do
them.
you?
Obviously, I don't look at
Well,
them.
then how can you speak
I've
with
read
authority
about
if you
it,
don't
and
look
I have a general idea of what's going on.
Have you ever seen? Oh, you?
Yes, I have, but I don't. I don't go out of my way to look for them. No, I don't.
Well, Norm has some material. In
yes,
his,
I'll ask
dressing
Norm
room.
next time. I'll call him and.
He's got
see what
thousands
he
of
thinks.
videos. But they're all male. You might enjoy that.
No.
Do you have a dog?
Do I have a dog?
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say. Nature abhors a vacuum. I think that was Newton. Nature abhors a vacuum. But so does my dog. Yeah, I have a dog. Dance like no one is watching. Sing like no one is listening. Love like you've never been hurt. And fuck like a goddamn retard.
I said the word retard.
Still booking the store.
You're booking the comedy store?
Yeah.
Where you can buy comedy.
It's not that kind of store. So.
Yeah. I don't do a lot of... I don't like to sell my comedy.
Again, it's not an actual store. That's just the name. It's just a comedy club.
Oh, I like this. I like the theme that this one has. A man in Taiwan reportedly cut off his own penis to win an argument with his wife. That reminds me of that episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, where Raymond forgot Deborah's birthday and he had to cut his own cock off.
All right, a Las Vegas woman was arrested after hiding a stolen Rolex in her vagina. Well, now Bruce Jenner's just gone too far.
I don't understand it.
Michelle Obama has booked a cameo on the ABC show Nashville. With this and her appearance on iCarly, I think Michelle is ready to start appearing in films. May I suggest my favorite film series, Black Ass Fuckers? It's actually...
That's too dirty. Let's do a nice joke to clean it up.
Opinions are like assholes. Neil Patrick Harris wants to stuff. You should let me read this ahead.
Oh, how about this? College freshman Scott Damerow, Larry, set a new world record by using his head to bust 142 eggs, and he now officially holds a place in the Guinness Book of fucking retards. Organist Ray Manzarek died this week at the age of 74. The Curse of the Doors.
Do you know what Adam Egert has in common with a guitar player?
Adam Egert has in common with a guitar player. No, I don't know.
They both love fingering minors.
Now, okay, come on now. Come on now.
Because of droughts all over Europe, scientists are predicting a global shortage of olive oil. Soon the world will know how Popeye felt after the death of his wife.
Olive oil. My favorite George Miller joke. I played a great club here in the city. Catch a Rising Star. Boy, that's a good club. But across the street, they have a tough club. Have you been there? Snub a bombing has been.
Yesterday was Bring Your Daughter to Work Day, which was awkward for Adam Egert. Do you know how hard it is to fuck a whore with her kid on the edge of the bed playing Nintendo? I mean, that is a hard job.
Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but I invented the light bulb up my ass.
Always ahead of his time.
Oh, come on, man.
The guy who did the voice of Charlie Brown, he was arrested for stalking his girlfriend this week. He also said the next time Lucy grabs away the football, he's going to cut that bitch. Pain and Gain, the new movie directed by Michael Bay. Reviewers are calling it everything from shit to fucking shit.
If tampons are called sanitary napkins, how unsanitary must regular napkins be?
Can you see like George Carlin doing that or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, look at this one.
Researchers in Bermuda believe they may have finally solved part of the mystery surrounding Amelia Earhart's disappearance. She was a bad pilot.
I don't know. Yeah. It's not my fault.
Bermuda. She didn't go down anywhere near Bermuda.
What do you call a gay boxer?
Huh?
What do you call a gay boxer?
Norm MacDonald.
No.
The Blue Man Group has been forced by the federal government to hire an orange man and a purple woman.
Oh my God.
Dear. I was raised in a broken home. My father was a drunk carpenter.
One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix is Jiro
Dreams of Sushi?
Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
I've seen that. That's very good.
That's a fantastic documentary.
One of the least popular documentaries, Jiro Nightmares of Asteroid.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you get these jokes?
Some guy. Here. This is an actual
These are
joke.
Norm jokes.
This is an actual joke.
It's kind of a weird feeling watching the Flintstones lately.
Yeah, it's weird. Watching Flintstones?
Sure, yeah, now, yeah.
How so?
With their Stone Age drive-in movies and their caveman bowling, it just seems so dated.
It does in a way. We were talking about
Easy as pie.
Easy as pie. You know what's not easy as pie? Baking and fucking actual pie.
Does it say actually fucking in there?
Now, do you know how to be Ed McMahon during this?
Well, you have to read
Okay. Mount Baldy. Mount Baldy.
Mount Baldy. Mount Baldy.
Yeah, Mount Baldy. What did Yul Brennard's wife do on their wedding night? Here's one that's good for you.
I used to think revenge was a dish best served cold, but then I realized it meant getting back at somebody.
Some gold-plated chains would make a nice retirement gift for a very, very good slave. Well, this
Are you serious?
Well, this was written.
Are you serious?
This was written years
Did
ago.
you just write that?
I didn't write it.
Did you just say that?
No, I read it. Yes. Do you know the Harlem Shake?
Yeah, I've seen it on every single
You've
commercial.
seen it. Then you'll appreciate this joke. I remember back when the Harlem Shake was just a black fella holding me upside down off a fire escape trying to collect his money. Remember the good old days back when MILF stood for mentally ill ladies I'd like to fuck? That's right.
Do you have a writing staff?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
We have Steve O'Donnell.
Steve, these are really good.
Jenny McCarthy recently got engaged to former New Kid on the Block, Donnie Wahlberg. They plan to marry on Retard Island.
Percy is your dad?
Yeah.
I didn't remember that.
I'd never heard anyone else's name Percy.
Remember when you came and visited the set of Man on the Moon?
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, I was also in the film. That's how I like to put it. I know I'm not the most attractive.
I know I'm not the most attractive man in the world. I
Matter
mean,
of fact,
when women look at me, I can tell they're overdressing me with their eyes.
his girlfriend, he had a, what do you call that list?
Oh, if you can a freebie or whatever.
Freebie. Yeah. So he picked Angelina Jolie, and Jennifer Aniston, his girlfriend, picked the milkman. Are there any
we still got a milkman.
I don't think there's any milkman.
Did we rip all these from
When
Steve
I
Allen's?
die, I want to be cremated, and my ashes spread eagle and fucked hard like a fucking real tramp. Wow, come on, man. Why did they make me say that?
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
I've noticed that Hotel Rwanda has a great score on Rotten Tomatoes, but their Yelp reviews are terrible.
Growing up, I had a dog with an eating disorder. He wouldn't eat any of my homework.
The World Cup has arrived, so if you're wondering why your local bar smells, it's because all of the dirty foreigners.
How many comedians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
2. One to do it, and the other guy to go, how long's he been up there?
A Swedish Bond girl, Britt Eklund, told Piers Morgan this week that she was seduced by Warren Beatty after the legendary Lothario took her to an X-rated movie for their first date. This is what I have to say about that. Hey, Warren, stop stealing my moves.
Mickey Mantle knew 2 things: drinking and playing drunk baseball.
You know, I know the scriptures say, judge not lest ye be judged, but you know, I'm just gonna come out and say it. This guy's a real jerk. Jerk. Real jerk. 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 This guy's a real jerk. But you know, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Say it. This guy's a real jerk. Reviewers are calling it everything from shit to fucking shit. Shit to fucking shit. He now officially holds a place. He now officially holds a place in the Guinness Book of fucking retards.